What up, YouTube? Bro, I haven't been out to the park in a minute, dude. In a minute. What up, fam? What up, beautiful people? Good morning, YouTube. Good morning. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I love this shit, dude. What's up? Why do you constantly do it? Because I love it, man. What's up? What's up, fam? What up, fam? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. Good morning, good morning. Buenos dias, buenos dias. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Buenos dias. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What up, Carlos? Good morning. Bam, acá. Good morning, fam. Good morning. How you doing today? How we doing today? We're gonna wait until some more people fill in. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, TikTok. Yeah. It's a great way for us to Good morning, love you. What's up, Isaiah? Motherfucking Isaiah. Love you too, brother. Good morning, Hanso. Good morning, Coochie Coot. For a better today, for an even better tomorrow, we rise again. Amen, Eduardo. Amen. Attitude of gratitude. Attitude of gratitude, bro. Check out that video. I'm telling you, man. It puts you in a position of you change your vibration. All right. Simply understand that. And it's a very, I don't want to say that's very something worth, it's definitely worth understanding, but I want you to think about that. You know, a lot of Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about vibration. Nikola Tesla talks about vibration and frequency. And so we must understand that, you know, whenever we're grateful for whatever we're asking, whenever we're putting ourselves in a situation, we're like, thank you for this, thank you for that, thank you for this, thank you for that. We're putting ourselves in a vibration of receiving. Let God pass victories in your life with you confidence in what you face today. Amen. Brandolero. Yeah. It's nothing but gratitude. Leon, venga! Motherfucker, I hate when he goes over there. You know? Good morning. Yeah, we're gonna eat today too. Yeah, we just got done. We woke up, we read a little bit, read some scripture, got a workout in, we journaled. Journaling, man, that's something I'm gonna tell you right now. If you're somebody that constantly overthinks, if you're somebody that you're in your head, you're like me, there's a lot of open tabs. One of the best things that I ever did was journal. One of the best things I ever did is every single morning, journal. Because when you get to put your thoughts on paper, guess what happens? You get to only pick the important thoughts. You can think a million thoughts an hour, like a minute, a million thoughts a minute. So many things going on. But when you're writing, you can't write that fast. And so another thing that I started to do is I used to just write really quick. And you can barely read what I'm writing, but I could read it. So something that's helped me even slow things down more is I started writing everything in uppercase. I'll show you when we go inside my apartment. I'll show you. Venga! Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Yeah, I'm gonna start kicking again. But it's all about consistency, man. Consistency is the key name of the game, man. Like if you're doing something that's worth doing, then you stay consistent with. You're cool, bro. I want to live a similar lifestyle, brother. You can simply by just having better habits, brother. Like, and it starts with just a simple early wake up time, bro. When you wake up early, it makes all the difference, man. You start with the wake up early time. You start with the reading. You get with that workout, and then and nutrition's huge, right? And if you want guidance, bro, shoot me a DM. This is what I do for a living, bro. I guide people on breaking those negative habits they have. That's not giving them the life they want. It's not making them become the person they want. And I transition them into a better quality of life through your habits, right? How long workout? 30, 40 minutes. Sometimes 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Yeah, it doesn't have to be long. Good morning, Maria. Mira, good morning. Yeah, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Sometimes, bro, all depends on where you're at. Sometimes I'll do a 10-minute workout. No, I lift weights. I'll lift weights, and that's fine. And I truly believe it also depends on your goal, my man. Kyo, Papo. What's up, Jason? Right? But the best way is to honestly, weights or kettlebell. It doesn't matter, brother. It really doesn't matter. Either one works, bro. Either one works. I appreciate your motivation speeches every day. Bro, free, of course, bro. Bro, let me put it this way. Since I was about like 15, 16 years old, I started listening to a lot of motivational speakers. Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Z's, Inky Johnson, you know. I started listening to a lot of people that like would go on YouTube and they would help me out, man. As a young kid, bro, I struggled with bullying. I struggled with self-confidence, self-respect. I struggled a lot with like self-worth as a kid because I got bullied, and then my father was really tough on me, which I respect. But something that I didn't really look at life from a very positive perspective. I looked at life from a very, very negative perspective. At like when I was 15, 16, I had my 2 worst breakups, even though I was a kid. They still made a big impact on my life, man. 2 girls I really liked, they both left me for some other guy. And so I struggled with that. So when I hit that pain point, I would have motivational speakers on repeat. And then I told myself, like, this is what I want to do, like, in my life. Like, because during the hardest times of my childhood, I guess, times like that, these people I listened to allowed me and gave me hope. So I come on here because at the end of the day, I love people because I know what it's like to be down. And if I can do anything about it, if I can come on here and inspire you and give you that little bit of hope, like, yo, keep pushing, like, it will get better, this too shall pass, then I'm doing what God has put me on this earth to do. I'm 31. First time someone said, Mira. Yeah, because I'm like, that's not Maria, that's Mira. Crazy, I was 231 years ago, took a second job, started fasting without realizing I was, good job, my brother. Good job. Make sure you get those workouts in. Good morning, Michelle. Leon, venga. Yeah. This is why I don't like coming out here with him. He fucking gets too far. Good morning. Am I still doing MMA? Honestly, brother, I took a break from it, dude. I haven't gone in like 2 weeks. I took a break from it. Here's the truth when it comes to like mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, and things like that. Venga! He's right there. Venga! I'm the type of person, all right, and this is just me, man. I'm the type of person that, brother, I can't do many things at once. It's just not, it's not my fortitude. And personally, if I have my hands in different buckets, then I'm never going to be great or the best at something. And this is just a personal choice. When I was doing bodybuilding, the only thing I cared about was bodybuilding. I trained, I worked as a personal trainer, and I bodybuilt. That's all I did. So for me, it's very important. There's my dog. It's very important for me to like, look, I need to hone in on something. So when I'm running my business, I'm also working out, and I'm doing mixed martial arts, and I'm building a relationship. So when I'm doing like 4 things, right? When I'm doing all, I'm like, I can't be great at something as much as I want to be great. If you look at Michael Jordan, if you look at Kobe Bryant, if you go to like Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you look at people who accomplish great things, Conor McGregor, like Tony Robbins, it's like they have singular focus, very singular focus. And so me personally, that's always been one of my biggest goals in life. It's like, I want to be the best at something. I want to master something. Yeah, self-mastery. And so for me, it's like, well, I enjoy this. I enjoy inspiring people, helping people change their habits, mindset. The thing that's changed my life the most is mindset, training, and nutrition, right? And mindset's a lot of things which comes to spirituality, the things you read, the things you listen to, who you listen to, how you think. And so for me, it's like the best thing I can give the world and be the best at is this, you know? And then you're always gonna have some haters. Always remember that. People hate on what they gave up on, you know? If they were obsessed with one thing, absolutely, because that's what all they could think about was. I've been taking GLP-1s at 250 since mid-April and lost 40 pounds at 209 with just the medication, no exercise. Is that excessive? It's not that it's excessive. You just cut down on your eating. The GLP-1s, they stopped your eating, right? So you don't have that much of an appetite now. So you just stopped eating. Not exercising, it's like, well, you're not getting what you could be getting from the exercise, which what does exercising give you? It gives you strength, it gives you energy. It also makes your body look completely different than if you just stopped eating and you're losing muscle and fat. You know, exercise also gives you that high. Exercise gives you that clarity that you need throughout your day. Does cardio burn muscle? Does cardio build, it doesn't burn muscle, you feel me? Like, Most people would think cardio burns muscle. What burns muscle is not getting enough protein. Remember that. The only thing that builds muscle is protein. People lose muscle because they don't eat enough protein, not because of cardio. I think if Michael Jordan was anxious, he wouldn't be who he is. Yeah. Michael Jordan also had like a different coach, had Tim Grover coach him. Exercise releases endorphin. Exercise changes the way you feel in that moment. Always remember that, you know? 11 hours first and 5 hours a second, 5 days, nights. What do you mean? Yeah. Samuel, appreciate the follow. This might be your first time seeing me, so you'll get used to. You'll learn to love me. You hate me at first, but you'll learn to love me, because all I want is the best for you, my brother. I know what it's like to be negative. I know what it's like to not look at your life and not be happy where it's at. But what I've learned is just a flawed perspective. Because as long as you can switch that perspective, all right, I might not like my circumstances, but the most beautiful thing is if you don't like your circumstances, you have to remind yourself, holy shit, bro, I have the power to choose. You really do have the power to choose. All right, recovering from UTI, feeling like ass. Well, keep recovering, right? Jiu-Jitsu, is it like it's just submissions and throwing people around? Jiu-Jitsu is pretty much ground game, yeah. Like imagine getting on the ground and being able to submit someone with an arm bar, with a triangle choke, with a rear naked choke. It's a beautiful thing to learn. It teaches you a lot of great things. It also kills your ego. Because you can go in there and a fucking 15-year-old, 16-year-old can submit your ass, you know? It's beautiful, man. You for 2 years now, you called me out tough. Yeah, I needed that. Of course, bro. Because it's all love, bro. It's all love. At the end of the day, I get on here to give you the love that I always want to receive, right? Give the world what you wish to receive. On the top. Both, brother. What is it, baby? Yeah. How do you stop ego from letting you listen to others' advice? There's nothing wrong with not wanting to listen to other people's advice. Because if you're not listening to them, it's simply because you just don't have, it's just simply because you don't have respect for them. Imagine trying to get workout advice from somebody who is not in shape. Now, if someone who's in better shape than you trying to give you advice and you're not listening, then that's on you. You know, how far are you going to get, right? I work in present day, it was destroying me. Even colleagues at work in present day, it was destroying. What do you mean? For real, yeah. Right? Have you ever had pocket bullies? I've never, pocket bullies, those are dogs. I missed this morning, bread, carbs, coffee, sugar. I was 4 days clean. Well, William, here's the thing, bro. So you took bread out of your diet, you feel me? It's not that you messed up. It's like, but then ask yourself, like, why did you mess up? 4 days clean. Why couldn't you make it past the 4th day? What happened? What did you tell yourself? You know? Were you just getting day by day through willpower, or did you actually have a plan? Were you gonna cut bread and sugar and bread and coffee sugar out for the rest of your life? Or were you literally just going by the seat of your pants, like, no more bread, no more sugar. Like, that's my plan. You feel me? That's like, I'm going to go up to, I want a girlfriend. I'm going to go up to every girl I see and be like, do you want to be my girlfriend? Do you want to be my girlfriend? Like, hopefully one of them is going to say yes. I'm like, that's not the best plan. You feel me? Like, you might say that to the girl who will be your girlfriend, but it's not the right approach. You know? It's not about the right portions. It's just understanding how food works. It's understanding, how do I gain body fat? How do I actually build muscle? And then how do I do this consistently for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years of my life? Zero products that taste the same. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, but I didn't go up to her and be like, be my girlfriend, you know? Eat rice or tortillas past 6 p.m. First and foremost, eating past a certain time is a myth, that it makes you fat. And I'll explain to you on the whiteboard. Eating after 7 p.m., 8 p.m. does not make you fat. Just like spending money, if you have a $500 credit card limit, think about it this way. If you have a $500 credit card limit and you spend, let's say, $400 at like 12 p.m., like, you're still under your budget. But if you spend $800 at 4 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., midnight, fucking 2 o'clock, it doesn't matter what time it is, you still went over your budget. It's the same way with your nutrition. If you have body fat, it simply means you went over your limit and your body had to store fat. I want you to really take this into consideration. This is probably the best way I can explain body fat. If you take your hand and you grab a chunk of your fucking love handles, you grab some man boobs, you grab this, right? That simply means throughout weeks, months, and years, you went over your budget. So all of this is just simply debt. You know, so you stored more fat because you gave your body more than what it needed. And so every day that you don't, I'll get too complicated, but let me just stop right there, right? That's why you have that. You have a budget. The people who are lean, we stay under our budget. Okay, hope it goes away. There's no hope. It's all proven. If you have the right macros training, if you have the right macros and you train right, you can make it away. There's no hope. I don't have my other phone, but I have a bunch of fucking client testimonials. Leon, right? Go to my TikTok page. You see one of my transformation. If you go to my TikTok page right now, one of my pinned posts is my client who lost 22 pounds of body fat in 90 days. He had a fucking gut. He's literally grabbing his gut. If you check out my TikTok page, he's grabbing his gut, and then on the next transformation, 90 days later, he has no gut. Fitness microception on whiteboard. Fitness misconceptions. That's not a bad idea. I like that. Applies to brain fat. Yeah. J Love, thanks for the follow. I might get back on Kick, by the way. I'm looking at getting back on Kick. Leon is on a walk himself. Fuck yeah. Hey, venga pa' acá. Venga. Where's Dobie? He's right here, pretty much. Yeah, he does the walk. Hey. There he is. Yeah, there he goes. Where you got? 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 Gotta hit the floor. Hit the floor, brother. Good morning. Grand Rising. So if you guys, how old is he? He's 5 years old. So if you guys don't know me, my name's Alex Duenas, all right? I've been a coach now for 12 years. I became a personal trainer when I was 19 years old. I started working out when I was 12. I started working out simply because I wanted a cute girlfriend. That was my biggest motivation working out. It wasn't because of health. It wasn't because I was fat. I was insecure. I did get bullied, and I didn't have a girlfriend. And so my corn addiction started when I was 6 years old, right? So corn addiction is real, right? Like just watching corn all day, every day. It started when I was 6 years old because I started like a kid, right? I always woke up early as a kid to go watch little cartoons. So let me explain. So as a kid, you wake up early. My parents are asleep. Everyone's fucking asleep. So I have a twin brother. I woke up, I went to the TV, and I started clicking to the channels. This is when I was born in 1994. So like when you're clicking to the channels and it's like early as fuck, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever my time is, there's still kind of those nudie fucking shows on there. And so that's when I first came about that. And since then, right? And since then, like I was just attracted to women. Like, man, this is beautiful. And so, but by the time I was 12 years old, I never really had a girlfriend or anything like that. And so my boy Chris, who was jacked for a 12-year-old, because his father worked out. This is why I say, guys, if you're a father and you don't work out, you're not setting the best example you can for your kids. My mom and dad never worked out. They never worked out. My mom's from Colombia, my dad's from El Salvador. They never worked out. They never understood macros. They never understood nutrition. And so when I saw him with that girl, I'm like, dude, I went up to him and I asked him, okay? I asked him, bro, can you teach me to do what you do? Because obviously you're doing something right that I'm not. Like he was a track star. He was a football player. He played baseball. He got good grades in school. Like, he was this prodigy. You know, his parents really just disciplined him. And and he's like, yeah, I'll show you. And I went over to his house a couple of days later, and he started to teach me how to do push-ups, bicep curls, sit-ups, simple exercises to work out at home. Take the next couple of weeks, I ended up going to Colombia. My parents sent me to Colombia to learn Spanish and to be with my family. When I took a trip to Colombia, I brought one piece of equipment. It was called the Perfect Push-Up. And the Perfect Push-Up, it's just these two fucking handles, right? So when you push down, you twist and you come back up. You twist and you come back up. It's just the two little handles. But that box carried with it something super important. Something that I truly believe is what helped me stay consistent in the beginning. It came with a 90-day workout calendar. Right? A 90-day workout plan as a fucking 12-year-old. So it had beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So obviously I was still a beginner. So I started to do the workouts every night at the end of the night, while my grandma, my abuela, she would watch her little novelas. And she'd be sitting there painting or cutting out little things from she used to make like dining table like mats things. And so she would be cutting those things out, and I'd be there fucking 12 years old, knocking out these fucking push-ups, doing these sit-ups, and that's where my fitness journey started, really. You know, and I've never stopped. I've been working out since then for 19 years. You know, I just never stopped. Because after the first month of being consistent, I literally changed the way I looked at myself. I was hanging out with different guys and girls, and they all treated me differently. They were all like so nice to me. The girls wanted to know me. And you know, after getting bullied, after not getting paid attention to for girls, to going to Colombia, and people started to treat me different, I just never wanted to lose that feeling. And I've never lost that feeling. Because people treat you differently when you're in better shape. What's up, fam? Bro, not about fitness, but I've been smoking weed with my friends for years now. I want to quit because it affects my cardio. My friend is making it hard, almost guilting me. Here's the truth, brother. I used to smoke a lot of weed, right? I used to... Come here. I used to smoke a lot of weed, brother. Your friends are guilting you to not stop smoking because they don't want to stop smoking. Because when you stop, they're thinking, well, fuck, dude, like, you make me want to stop. Right? It's like drinking. Oh, I stopped drinking. Oh, fuck, why'd you stop drinking? Alcohol and weed are probably two of the things that most people will ridicule you for stopping. If you tell your friend, yo, I stopped doing cocaine. You're like, bro, that's really good. Congratulations. But if you're like, bro, I stopped drinking. Why? What happened? Like, why you stop? What do you mean why I stopped? I can give you a gazillion reasons why to stop drinking, right? I've been sober off drinking for like a year and a half now. Right? What up, Brianna? But I smoked about 2 weeks ago with my brother in Chicago. I hadn't smoked in a year and a half, but I smoked with him. We were in Chicago, and I said, "Fuck it, dude, I'll smoke with you." It was interesting. I haven't done that in a while. What supplements on? Nothing. I'm not taking anything, dude. I'm not taking anything. I just had my blood work done. I just got my blood work done because I feel like my testosterone's low. Simply because I've been having the symptoms of it, and I'm not sure why. I know, bro, I've been working out since I was 12. I never stopped, so imagine that, right? Not 12 pounds in just over a month. Good job, Omar. Stick with it. What's your max push-ups? I don't know. Like, I could probably knock out 50 to 60. Put a strike on my channel. I wonder why, Rihanna. I wonder why. Red meat by boosting my T. Yeah, I mean, bro, for me, I talked to my doctor, and she's, okay. We have to understand this something, okay? Like, all right. I trained naturally from the age of 12 to about 23, all right? I did my first bodybuilding show naturally at 22 years old. At 23, I took steroids to compete in my second bodybuilding show. The only reason I took steroids is to compete. I trained naturally. Like, my physique was phenomenal at that point. But I took it to compete because the guys I was competing with, they're all on steroids. But after that 1 year of taking gear from 23 to 24, dude, it was horrible. I would never recommend anyone take steroids. No one. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Like, the acne, the high blood pressure, I had libido problems, emotional problems. It's just like I started to lose my fucking hair. I'm like, dog, what the fuck you mean? You know, that's after 1 year. 1 year. And there's guys that take it for years on end, right? With protein powder before going to the gym. I should drink coffee, no pre-workout. Yeah, drink coffee, no pre-workout, bro. Go for it. I'll get out of here. Hate speech, yeah, Rihanna, you do put a lot of stuff on there. Goodness, yeah. So after I got off, my testosterone dropped. And let me explain to you how like steroids work before I just joined a year of steroids. From the age of 23 to 24. I'm 31 now. Let me explain to you how steroids really work. I stay 5'8", 150. Everyone's on roids, so I stay strapped. Just learn how to fight, bro. Like, first and foremost, bro, like, learn how to fight. Staying strapped to me just sounds like you're kind of like scared, right? Learn how to fight, number one. Number two, if anyone starts beef with you, don't engage with them, all right? Like, understand that. Like you don't have to fucking calm down for a second of the morning, yap and storm. Brother, you just wish you had this energy, bro. You wish you had this energy, this bicep, right? This core, this chest. It's okay, brother. I'll teach you how to get it. I'm 5'7", not 5'8". Don't give me the extra inch. I don't need the extra inch. I'm 5'7". All right, man. And they said, okay, you can't push it for a week. Damn. All right. You usually are way bigger. Yeah, but they're people who usually want to fight on the street don't know how to fight. Always remember that. All right. Always remember that. People that want to fight you on the street don't know how to fight. Why they hating Mo? Because people hate on what they gave up on. Always remember that, bro. This guy probably woke up. He's barely getting through the day already. And he's like, bro, how's this guy up at fucking 8:46 with all this amount of energy, right? All this amount of energy. Fuck this guy. He needs to calm down because he sees that he doesn't have the energy I have. But I'm grateful for life. Where's my dog? There he is. Anyways, that's it, you know? I'm 5'7", 260. Jesus, bro. I want to look like you when I'm 30, I'm 27. Bro, fucking go check out my website. Go look at my testimonials. Dude, you're 260, bro. You need to lose 100. I weigh 160. So you lose 100 fucking pounds, bro. I'll help you lose 100 pounds. Bro, you'll look incredible. By the time you're 28, bro, it'll be the fucking biggest change of your life, bro. Your life will never be the same. It's 8:47. Duh. I haven't slept and your live brought me up. Fuck yeah. Anyways, back to my story. Right. So here's how steroids work. Let me explain to you. When a man injects testosterone, okay, into his body, his testicles stop producing test, okay? When a man takes testosterone and plus a compound, why do men even take steroids? Let's just bring it back to the beginning. Men take steroids to build muscle faster. That's why men take steroids. Simple as that, okay? I only took it to compete. I had been working out for 10 years. At that point, I never took steroids, okay? Because at the end of the day, to me, fitness is about just looking good. It's not about just being massive, right? It's about taking your shirt off and feeling confident, good about yourself, right? So, you inject it in your butt, right? So when a man injects steroids into his nalgas, into his glutes, right? The body signals the testes to not produce, okay? All right? So your testes stop working. We must understand that because it has way too much test. Now, when a man gets off it, sometimes they come back, sometimes they don't come back. So if they don't start producing, then you take something called HCG. It's pretty much, imagine someone's dying and the doctor's like, clear, 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 and that's what ends up ACG does. You know, it just clear, start working again. We're not taking in more testosterone. Hang on. Okay, is oral TRT the same? Fuck no. I don't know about oral. I don't know much about TRT. I'm not a professional about that, right? A lot of effort for a good body. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Anyways, so for me, whenever I got off, I took the HCG to like, hey, clear, nuts, start working. Clear, start working, right? You were on gear for 1 year. I took it for about a month. And I thought that was going to be enough. For the next 3 months, I had massive anxiety. Oh, some of the worst time of my life. Some of the worst times of my life. I was dating this girl, and she took a Europe trip. It was a horrible relationship at first. Horrible relationship. I was dating this girl at the moment. I loved this girl. I thought I loved this girl. I was dating this girl at the moment. All right? And she went to Europe. And I'll never forget. Right? She's in Europe. She's barely talking to me. She's barely texting me. She's staying up all night. I know she's doing drugs and she's hanging out with people. For sure. Horrible relationship, right? Check this out. One night, right? Enclomiphene changed my life and it utilizes your own body's production. Enclomiphene? Yeah, I've heard of enclomiphene. One night, right? One night, I'm watching her dog. I'm staying at her place watching her dog. I get a phone call. I'm already anxious as fuck. And I don't know why I'm so anxious. I don't know why I'm so like really bad. It's like 2:30 in the morning. My phone started buzzing off. I'm thinking it's her because obviously Europe time, we're different time zones. I look at my fucking phone and it's this Italian guy, right? So I was a trainer at the moment, right? And I was training people at this gym and I was training people near Palm Beach Island. So we get people from fucking Italy, we get people from Spain, we get people from all around the world to come to Palm Beach and I would train them. This guy that I trained him once. He had a little bit of an ego on him because he thought he could fucking box. So I trained him, whatever. And I'll never forget, right? And I got his number and this motherfucker's calling me. I'm like, bro, I trained you once, but he lived in Italy. Guess where my girlfriend was? In Italy. And so I pick up the fucking phone. I'm like, hello? He's like, yo, bro, listen. Me and your girl were about to fucking do the thing. I was walking to the hotel and then I realized, bro, I can't do this to this guy. Fuck this shit. So I told her no, and then this is why I'm calling you. Your girl's out here trying to you sleep with all these different guys. So get a hold of your girl, right? And then we hung up. Bro, at this point, I lost my shit, bro. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I tried calling her. She wasn't picking up. Bro, I couldn't sleep that night, right? I couldn't fucking sleep that night, right? That's not the caveat. And I remember calling her. And she finally picked up the next morning and said, hello. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, Alex, we were just getting dinner. What do you mean you're just getting fucking dinner with this fucking guy? I would have sold the dog. No, I love Newton, right? I love Newton. But I'm not, listen, right? I'm not perfect either, right? I think 2 months before we got back together, I was with a different girl. So it was not a good situation either, right? When it's a whole different story, but I don't want to fucking talk about that, right? Anyway, so I'm not perfect either, right? I'm pretty sure I cheated on her. Anyways, it's horrible, like toxic. Anyways, check this out. But I couldn't wrap my mind around this one thing. I couldn't wrap my mind around this one thing, and you decide. I'll leave this up to you, right? I couldn't get my mind around this thing. She kept denying it. She's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, whatever. And then I hung up, whatever. I remember her roommates were there. I remember hugging her and I was crying. I was crying by like a little bit. I was like, I can't believe she did that. Whatever, right? Like I'm fucking innocent. Anyways. So, but then I thought to myself, let me think about this. Okay? Let me think about this. If I'm the Italian guy, and I met this other guy who lives on another country. I met him once. I don't know him, right? I don't know him like that. Am I really gonna call, hey bro? Or is it the fact that she didn't sleep with him? He got pissed and he said, you know what? I'm gonna tell on your boyfriend. And he called me. So we don't know. I don't know, right? Cause like, bro, you don't know me that well. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Cause I'm like, do I sleep with this girl? She has a boyfriend that I met once. Who gives a fuck, right? It's still the fact. No, without a doubt, right? Without a doubt. So I don't know. We'll never know. She denied the whole thing. Either way, moving forward, that's not the point of the story, right? Right? We'll never know, right? Guys get pissed when you don't sleep with them 100%. I was just thinking that, yes, could have 100% because she's like, I'm not going to sleep with you, right? Then I'm going to tell your boy, right? Bro, you have to remember people from other countries are raised differently. Yeah, I don't know. We'll never know. But anyways, let's continue with the story, right? Que pasa? Anyways, right, let's continue with the story. So, no, it's on her. She wouldn't deny if it was him, right? Beats the Champlain story. Nothing beats the Champlain, right? How he knows she was your girl? Because I met him once, right? She was playing this. By the way, this is like 23, 24, 20, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30, 31. This was 7 years ago, by the way, all right? This is 7 years ago. This is not now. This is 7 years ago. This is back when anyways. Okay. So, all right. Okay. So, anyways. So I kept having, so she was there for another month and a half, right? Another month and a half, right? How do you move on? Let me explain. So for the next month, I'm having fucking massive anxiety. I can't eat. I'm massively depressed. I'm still working out. But I'm thinking to myself, bro, what is wrong with me? This isn't me. Like, this isn't me. And so I said, fuck it. I need to go get my blood work done. I get my blood work done. All right, this is 7 years ago. I get my blood work done. This is 7 years ago, by the way. This is a story, right? I get my blood work done. I get my test results back. My fucking testosterone was at 237. All right, it was 237. Just for reference, a normal male's testosterone should be anywhere between 600, 800. Normal male should be anywhere between 600 and 800. So it was super. So that's where all the anxiety was coming from. That's where all the depression was coming on, bro. I'm like, bro, this is not me. I've never been this crazy. I was super emotional, super, and. It's because after I took steroids, after I did the post-psychotherapy, it wasn't enough. My testes weren't working properly. right? Oh shit, hopefully they don't say anything about my dog. My testes weren't working properly. I'm done after my dad and stand up. I was at 190. Yeah, saved. I'm telling you, yeah, right? Little might be right. Little might be right, right? Right? Shooting blanks, bro. Yeah, 100%. All right, fuck this guy. All right. Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Bien, bien. Sí, se llama León. Es muy cariñoso. Muy cariñoso. So, anyways. All right, so maybe you should have thought, yeah, I did stop taking them, right? All right, I did stop taking them. Anyways, so what did I do in that moment? I went back and took some more ACG, right? I went back, I got some ACG, which is, again, I don't know what they call that, right? I don't know what they call that, but when they go like this, no, quédate. They go like this, and if someone's dead, they go like this, revive, revive, revive. What do they call? I don't know what they call that. But that's pretty much what HCG does. It just revives your nuts. Shock, yeah, they pretty much have advice, yeah. When age 20, oh, it was 23 to 24. Resuscitate, yeah, they resuscitated my nuts, right? So after about a month of like some more ACG, right? After about a month of more ACG, I went and checked my levels and they were back to 800. I'm like, we're back to normal, baby. You know? And so, does red and money have an effect on my heart? I'm not sure, right? What's natural? I never took HGH. Anyways, back to normal. All right, cool. And then, do you regret steroids or not? I don't, because it was a part of my life. I wanted to be a bodybuilder. I just wanted to be Mr. Olympia. I dropped out of college to become Mr. Olympia, you know? And I did it, and then I realized, like, this is not fun. This is not ACG as a pregnancy hormone. No, it's nuts hormone, I guess. Anyways, right? Cool. Fast forward to where we are now. I'm 31. I've never taken anything since then, right? Since I was 24 years old, I have not taken anything. Anything. No testosterone, no fucking nothing. And so this year, right? I guess last year going into this year, I kind of went through a breakup, right? Everybody doesn't pay that. Bro, a lot of these sports don't pay much, right? So last year I went through kind of a breakup, right? And it kind of fucked me up mentally. And I said, fuck it, dude. Let's get fucking jacked and rich. Let's just fucking do it. And so I fucking started grinding. I started fucking getting so shredded. I was working like 15 hours a day, working out twice a day, sleeping like 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day. I wasn't sleeping that much. I was eating like, not that I was eating low calories. I was just eating a certain way where I got completely diced. I'll show you some photos when we go back inside. Completely diced. So, and then I went on semen retention. I went on semen retention for 4 months. I went on celibacy for 4 months. All right? If you guys don't know what semen retention is, how do you say that? The fountain didn't let the water go. The fountain never let the water go. And never in my life have I ever done semen retention for that long. The fountain didn't let the water go. No intercourse and no fountain water, right? If you catch my drift. Right? Exactly. AKA for 4 months. For 4 months, there was no water coming out of my hose. All right? Did I become a nun? No. Good morning, Troy. No. Right? And nothing, man. I couldn't do that. Exactly. That's the testament. You feel me? That's the test, and that's why I did it, bro. Because never in my life have I ever done that. Right? Life around the supernatural, I love supernatural, right? Never in my life have I ever done that. And I'm telling you, you want to hear God's voice? You want to hear God's voice? Bro, get on a super massive deficit, work out every single day, wake up every day at fucking 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, semen retention. You will have God speaking in your ear. You will have God guiding your life. Because there was just no room. There was just nothing. There was so much clarity. I had so much clarity in my life. All right, that's not talking to God. That's exhaustion. You can't comment from there because you've never been there, brother. I gave up most earthly pleasures. That's the thing. I gave up most of earthly pleasure. I ate in a certain way. I worked out every single fucking day. I woke up a certain time. I sacrificed sleep. I sacrificed food. I sacrificed lust. I sacrificed everything that most humans are not willing to sacrifice. And that's why I had such a direct line to him. I still have a direct line to him, but I believe back then was way more powerful. Because Luke chapter 9, verse 23, if any man wish to become a disciple of mine, let him deny himself, pick up his cross and follow me daily. Let him deny himself. The more that you deny yourself, the more that you deny what you actually want, is the better disciple you become. That's the truth. Think about right now, could you go on semen retention even for 4 weeks? Oh no, because you're thinking with the flesh. You're thinking with the flesh. Oh, like, can you give up certain foods you like? No, you're thinking with the flesh. And again, it's just, but with every sacrifice, you gain something. You have to understand that. When you sacrifice something, you gain something. You do. Semen retention, do it for 4 weeks. You're gonna go crazy. Why? Because the flesh. Where's my dog? Leon, venga! Nothing wrong with having fun though. Yeah, but that's, Rihanna, you have fun all the time. You fucking eat whatever you want. You fucking do that. Like, that's the thing. There's difference because, right? You have the same facial structure as Nico Ortiz. No hate. I don't know who that is, bro. I have the same structure as fucking Sergio Ramos. Anyways, back to my story. For a month and a half now. Good job, sir. You need the bad and the good experiences to get the full experience of life. Brother, I've had the bad experiences. It's not even bad experiences. It's just the bad choices, you know? Quite understand, maybe if you take your shirt off. Ha, VP, that's funny. Ah, fuck, get out of here. Whistle was bad. Yeah, you can do this. Anyways. Venga! I learned it because I was a lifeguard. I was a lifeguard for like 4 years, so I had to learn how to whistle. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, if you have a bunch of people, hey, guys, if you like this area, right? Listen, my apartment, by the way, my apartment is like this one right here. I'll show you guys too. Guys, my apartment is this one right here. I live in Gainesville, Florida. All right, that apartment right there is mine. There's a lake view. This is also the view. This is also the backyard you get, right? So if you have dogs, I'm saying this because I'm subleasing my place, right? It's up for sublease like September 1st. But yeah, this is my dog, by the way. Right? My dog, right? It's $1,620. $1,620 a month. It's a 2-bedroom. If anyone's interested in subleasing it, shoot me a DM. Why not get a house? Because I've been moving everywhere, bro. I've lived in Miami, I lived in Jacksonville, I lived in California, I lived in West Palm Beach Gardens, Gainesville now. Yeah, so, you know, does nothing. Senior retention does nothing. Well, I would still do it though. Awesome, love that. It's a park. Yeah, it's pretty much a park. It's for my dog. Okay, how are you? Are you retaining? Curious. How are you now? Are you retaining? No, I have a girlfriend. Come to Texas. No, I'm going to Tampa. Which city has been your favorite? I know I like Gainesville. Gainesville's great, but I want to go to Tampa now. How much a month? $1,620. What have you done for a living to move around? So I had a gym at 25 and online coaching. All right, Tampa School, yeah. Can HCG help with the amount what comes out? No, I think that's honestly, bro. I think that's probably how long you go without letting go. And number two, I would be like, I think it's genetic. And number three, bro, what you see online is not the real thing, bro. Is Wes Watson out there, bro? I met Wes Watson in Miami. He's a piece of shit. Did you like Miami? No, I did not like Miami. It was too much, bro. Too much. If you're an online coach, you can live anywhere in the world. Pretty much, technically, yeah. How much amount? It's college town, yeah. It's a 2-bedroom. It's 2-bedroom, 1 bath. I'll show you when I come back. Fruit is what matters to how good it is and how much fruit. Is it fruit? Hello. Hello. Yeah. Well, it's a nice house, not bad price. I wish you had a pool. No, it's not a house. It's an apartment and there's a pool, right? No, but seriously, like if you want to move to Florida, it's a beautiful opportunity, right? Story. Finish the story. My bad. JG. Right? What do you think made your testosterone levels go down? Thank you, Megan. All right, beautiful. Just Helly died and Jill. Okay, cool. Back to the story. Hello. Do you want to sit on that? Come. Ew, you're wet. Anyways, back to my story. So, he looks so funny. You look so funny. Why you look so funny? Anyways, back to my story. So, get out of here. All right. So, that was back when I was 24. Anyways, went through this breakup last year. I went through this breakup and it really changed me, right? This breakup really changed me. If you've been through a breakup, you know breakups fuck you up mentally and physically. They fuck you up. You're just in pain. And so when I went through this breakup, pretty much, I just decided to really go all in. Again, semen retention. I already told you what happened. Semen retention, celibacy. You have to understand, I lost my virginity at 16 years old, okay? I lost my virginity at 16 years old. Since then, I always had somebody to sleep with. Always. So the thought of going celibate for more than a month, to me, was the craziest thing in the world. But let me tell you something. Up to that point in my life, I didn't really have a good relationship. I never really had a good relationship. I was the problem, right? I was the problem, okay? I was the problem. And I really had to understand that I was the problem, right? I had to be honest with myself. I was a dog, not a good dog. I was a bad dog. And so I told myself, if nothing changes, nothing changes. So if you do something you've never done before, you're gonna get something you've never had before. Chris, that's funny. So for 4 months, celibacy. 4 months, semen retention. Training, working, motivating, right? Crushing it. But I fucked my shit up because I was sleeping so little, because I was working out so much and like not getting enough recovery, and my nutrition, I was just such in a calorie deficit, I fucked up my gut. So I ended up having fucking leaky gut syndrome. I got so shredded though. I got massively shredded. I was crushing. I had like 25 clients, crushing it. Money, fucking shredded. I didn't have a relationship. Me and God, we were having fucking biscuits and tea in the morning. Like, that's how close me and God got. Biscuits and tea in the morning. Seriously. Waking up every morning at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sitting down with God by 3:45. Biscuits and tea. You know, just having a straight up conversation with him, because I was so in alignment until I fucked up. And so I got leaky gut syndrome because I didn't mix enough different foods into my gut, and I wasn't sleeping enough. And so like all the cortisol and everything like that fucked my gut. And then I tore my rotator cuff. And for the first time in 19 years, I couldn't do a pull-up. After 19 years, I've been able to do pull-ups since I was 13 years old. For the first time in 18, 19 years, I couldn't do a single pull-up. Couldn't believe my eyes. Because I fucking tore my shoulder, my rotator cuff. Because I wasn't sleeping. And so my stomach got fucked up and I injured my fucking shoulder. And I started going crazy. Right? And so like in that moment, like after that, I just started to have like, what am I doing in my life? Like all this shit, right? Because my stomach was off. When your gut's fucked up, your brain gets fucked up, because your gut's your second brain. Always understand that. A lot of issues come from your gut. It's your second brain. So if you're always having mood swings and things like that, it could also be your gut. If you're feeding your gut the wrong things. This is my son. Sure, that was guy no, because we had a great conversation. I was helping a lot of people too. What's leaky gut syndrome? Pretty much you kind of fuck up your gut, and so part of like what goes into your gut starts to leak into your bloodstream. It's actually really bad. And so I couldn't really eat. My stomach was constantly bloated. I was shitting my pants all the time. It's not too much information. If you don't know me, I tell you all the truth, right? How'd you fix a leaky gut? Simple. I started sleeping more. I wasn't sleeping much. I started sleeping more, and I stopped working out as much. I started working out only once a day. I was working out twice a day, and I wasn't really getting enough sleep. So what did I do? I just brought my stress down. I started sleeping more, and I started like working out once. That's it. Is sleeping the thing? It's stress. Stress, and my diet was so simple that anytime I ate something different, my stomach was like, what the fuck is this shit? I didn't drink. I wasn't drinking anything. I'm drinking a year and a half. It's caused by protein shakes. It's not caused by protein shake. It's just caused by, I wasn't getting enough micronutrients into my stomach, like different like flax seeds and things like that, right? He's asleep. Shh, don't wake him up. Okay? So, then what ended up happening? I was going crazy mentally because my gut was fucked up. And so at that point in my life, I was like, look, I'm fine. So it was a 3-3 looking for a coach. Are you accepting clientele? Cozy, if you're honestly serious, shoot me a DM, right? We'll do a coaching call, see where you're at, see what I can help you with. If you go look at my, if you go check out my website, thealexduenas.com. If you jump on my website, you can scroll down, look at all the testimonials. So you can see who I've worked with, right? Only trust a coach by his testimonials. Okay, fine. He wants to go. We'll go inside in give me 5 minutes. Deal? All right. Dame 5 minutos. All right. Anyways, what's the on the weight? Like 70 pounds. He doesn't weigh that much. All right. He has to pay rent lots of muchas. That's how he has to pay rent. Yeah, fuck yeah. He's my mental, he's my emotional support dog. Anyways, back to the story. So, for the next month, I didn't really work that much. I didn't really want to work. Everything was fucked up. My gut was fucked up. My mind was fucked up. So about a month, I kind of soul searched, right? Yeah, they are. So the way you starve yourself. I didn't starve myself, bro. I didn't starve myself. I was getting my fucking protein. Everything was on point. I was just pushing. I pushed too far. But I'd rather push too far than never know how far I can push. Bars, write that down. Anyways, so for a month, I started to really, I asked myself, what am I doing, man? Right? Did I have surgery? No, I fixed it. This is the second shoulder, technically the third shoulder. This is the second shoulder I fixed. I fixed my boy's shoulder, who tore his fucking rotator cuff completely, and I fixed it with no fucking surgery. I just rehabbed it for 3 months, and I rehabbed this shoulder for 3 months. You don't need fucking surgery. And I could not do one pull-up. I can bust out 15, 20 pull-ups right now. Long. Bro, I couldn't even do one pull-up. I tore my rotator cuff. I could barely play with my dog. But what did I do? I just fucking did what I know how to do. I'm like, blood flow, sleep. Blood flow, sleep. Blood has nutrients. Anytime you have an injury, blood flow, sleep. Blood flow, sleep. I would take the 5-pounders. I would just get blood flow. Keep and allow your body to let it recover. Most people just don't have the patience, and most people don't know what to do. No hospital? No, bro. I just, what did I do? Did I skip the gym? No. I said I have fucking legs and I have abs. So I stayed away from doing back. I couldn't do bicep curls, bro. I couldn't do bicep curls. I couldn't do back. So I stuck to legs and abs. I could barely do chest. Right. I watched your lessons and I was learning from you. Thank you for all the God vibes. I got you, brother. I got you. Till the day I die, I'll be here. Till the day I die, right? Bro, I'm injured on the left shoulder. Yeah, so first off, stop benching, because it's most likely benching. Number one. Number two, start doing different movements, bro, right? Mine hurts after doing back workouts. Yeah, most of you guys are pulling wrong. Like, you're not working your shoulders enough, right? Your rear delts. You guys are letting your rear delts. Your rear delt is so important. You have to work your rear delt, because we're already benching, we're already eating. Think about how we sit. Our front delt is always taking pain. You have to learn to take care of your rear delt. Your rear delt saves your whole shoulders when I do push-ups, because it's most likely here or here. Yeah. 100%. Do you feel like you struggle with imbalances still because of the injury? No. I fixed that. I've been bodybuilding for a very long time, so I know how to do it, right? But again, if you need help with your shoulder, just shoot me a DM. I'll make a video about how I rehab my shoulder. What's rear delt workout? Bro, it's rear delt is just really learning how to actually focus on that rear delt right there. You feel me? Did you ever have surgery? Fuck no. You don't need surgery. You just need time and the right routine. That's all. Time, patience. A lot of people don't fucking have patience. It feels good after a week. Oh, I can put, and then you push it. Bro, no. You have to fucking, for at least 3 months. I spit. Water. I know, Bubba, you want to go home. Or without surgery, 100%, you can recover your rotator cuff. Rear delts, what muscle is that? Remember, your shoulders, front delt, side delt, rear delt. Arm is smaller than my left. I broke my elbow. Bro, my buddy broke his arm. I helped him rehab it. You have to stop doing as many reps on your right arm. My gut won't go away. I went to the gym. My gut won't go away. Yo, year one. What up, year one? You know what you have to do. You have to go click the DM and book a call with me to get that gut to go away. Anyways, back to my story. So about a month after all that, after about a month of all that, I started to question everything I was doing. I'm like, why am I doing what I'm doing? All right, why am I doing everything I'm doing? Why am I in the semen retention? Why am I not celibacy? Like, what's the point of all this, right? I had some money saved up in the bank, and I'm like, where am I going? Like, what's going on? I started to question, right? I started to question everything. And you used to do truck, right? You used to truck, right? No, never. I've been a coach since I was 19 years old. So I asked myself this simple question that really made me decide my next move. And the simple question was, and I got it somewhat tattooed on me here, is if I had 5 years left to live, what's the first thing I would do? If I got the news right now, like, you have 5 years left to live, Alex, what's the first thing I would do over everything? I'm like, oh, I'd have a family. That's the first thing I do. I don't have a family, right? I don't have my own family. I have my mom, my brother, my dad. And I said, fuck it, dude. And then I started to really contemplate. I'm like, what is the point of life? If this is my number one thing, but then I would tell myself, why don't I want to date? Why don't I want to, like, start building a family? Oh, because I'm not financially ready. But, like, that's like someone who wants to get in better shape. Oh, I just can't work out because the kids are at home, or because I just don't have the time. It's a bullshit excuse. It's just a bullshit excuse. There's never going to be the right time for you to be ready for something. Right? It's never going to be the right time. And that's when I realized, like, you know, and somebody that I listened to that really helped me is Tony Robbins. Because he talks about that. There is never a right time. Oh, once I have this, I can start looking for a family. Imagine somebody came to me who wants to get in shape. No, Alex, once I have more time, I'll start working out. No, Alex, once I move out, or once the kids go to school, or once I get over with this divorce, once the perfect time. There's no perfect time. And that's what I came to the conclusion. There was no perfect time. And so, lo and behold, what I started doing, right? Because I live in Gainesville, there's a lot of young people over here, right? I ended up getting on Hinge, right? I don't really like Tinder. Tinder's just for people that just want to fuck, you know? And so I get up on Hinge. I'm there for a couple weeks. I meet a couple people. And then I see this one girl, and I try to match with her, but she doesn't match with me. But I found her on Instagram. So I followed her on Instagram, whatever, no big deal. Then one day, this girl messaged me. I'm like, And so I start talking to this girl, right? I start talking to this girl, and we start to hit it off. She was born in Brazil. Start talking to her. Start to find it, like, we start to, like, really, there's a lot of things we have in common, a lot of things we don't have in common, but we had a lot of chemistry. And she's like, yeah, like, I was married for like 20 years. She's older than me. I'm 31. She was at the moment 35. But she looks super young. And she's like, yeah, I was married for like 20 years. I had one boyfriend from the age of 15 to 34. And I'm like, really? Or 33, something like that. And I'm like, really? It's like, yeah, like, I've been single now for like a year. And I'm like, damn. She's like, yeah, I've never had another boyfriend. And so we just started talking. She lived in Orlando, right? I started driving to Orlando. We started hanging out. It was cool as fuck. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with her. And, like, she was just a chill girl. Like, we would shoot the way, I'm like this, and she's like this. She's super stable. I'm like this. So it was a nice, like, yin and yang. And about, a month and a half later, she ended up moving in. And so now it's the girlfriend I have now. But let me tell you something. She's a great woman. I'm so thankful for her. But I truly believe I would have never found a woman like this if I didn't go through what I went through. The celibacy and the semen retention. Because who you attract in your life is simply a reflection of who you actually are. What vibration you're going at. I've never had a woman like her. Never in my life. And I've been with many women in my life. But I've never had a woman like that in my life. Just her demeanor. The way she holds herself. How she views life. Right? No, she didn't get married at 15, dumbass. Right? She was with someone from the age of 15. They got married when she was like 25. Right? And so yeah, she's from Brazil. She lived in Brazil for like 25 years. They got married at 15? Oh, shut the dumbass, right? Oh, she was with someone. My bad. So that's my good. She was with someone for 20 years. She was married for like I think 10 years. See, she was with someone. So that's my bad. So I said it incorrectly. So I apologize, Adele. She was with someone for 20 years. She had the same boyfriend for like 20 years. So I apologize. Hold on. I'll own up to my mistakes, right? Yeah, he's chilling. He's waiting to go inside. Leon's waiting to go inside. So, but I'm telling you, right? I'm going to Brazil visiting her land. Probably, there's a lot of things going on in life right now that we have to go. But yeah, she's great, man. She's great. How do you move on from that so quickly? What do you mean? Oh, you don't. Well, you check out sometimes. Let me put it this way. This is how you move on from something that was so long. Have you ever been in a relationship and stayed there for too long? I said you could be a motivational speaker. Sue, I am one. I appreciate that. I need to take a screenshot. I was telling my girlfriend that today. Funny you said that because I was literally telling my girlfriend that today. I'm like, I've been wanting to be a motivational speaker since I was like, I don't know, 15, 16 years old. I have TikTok Live, right? Yes, almost everyone. Exactly, right? Absolutely. So that's how you get over when you've been in a relationship with someone for 20 years. You always stay longer in a relationship. Most people, most people stay longer in a relationship than they should have. And it's just comfort. It's normal, right? So obviously when I met her, there was no more semen retention, right? There was more like semen expression, right? Right? No more semen retention, more like semen expression, right? Anyways. That's my plan. Yeah, a little scary, but anyways. So here's the thing. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, expression of the yeah. So when I met her, she moved in, and I said, you know what, dude? I always wanted to pursue fighting. I've been wanting to fight since I was 16 years old, right? But my parents never let me do it, right? That's another story for another day. So I said, you know what? Let me start doing mixed martial arts. So I started doing jiu-jitsu. I started doing Muay Thai. I started doing MMA. I started doing the whole thing, right? It was beautiful for the last 2 months, 2.5 months. The first month, I didn't lift. I didn't lift any weights. All I did was body weight. This is where the whole process comes from, right? So for a month now, I got you. So for 1 month, I did not lift weights. Okay, I did not lift weights. When I was taking gear, right, I developed a little bit of gyno here. You can't really tell anymore, but I developed a little bit of gyno. If you guys don't know what gyno is, gynomuscular, you have a pituitary gland in the nipples. You have a pituitary gland, right? And sometimes if your prolactin levels, it's just a hormone, are elevated, you start to produce a little ball, right? So when I was taking gear in the past, my prolactin levels went up high just because of the steroids. I took something for it to bring my prolactin levels low. It's an opportunity. It's something. I forgot what it is, but it's like a little thingamabobber. Was it just test? No, it's test with a bunch of other things. Your arms are great. Yeah, I haven't lived right. It's a hormone gland. Yes, it's a hormone gland. Pituitary gland. My bad. So that hasn't came back since I was 24 years old. Think about it this way. So after I stopped lifting like weights, I still did body weight. I still did push-ups. I still did squats. But after I stopped lifting weights for 1 month, it came back. And I haven't had that in 7 years. So immediately, I knew something hormonally was wrong with me. I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't had that since I took gear. And I'm not taking anything. All I did was I stopped lifting. Right? So you have to train for you 100%, right? It happens when there is an imbalance between hormones and testosterone. Exactly, Nate is correct. Nate is 100% correct. But I didn't know that. I'm like, something's going off. Let me just start lifting again, right? Good night, brother. I'll just start lifting again. It should go away. Because my buddy, who I've been working out with for 15 years, he was like, Alex, this is what happened. Your testosterone was here, your estrogen was here. All the lifting, heavy lifting brought your testosterone. The minute you stopped heavy lifting, Alex, your testosterone dropped. But guess what stayed high? Estrogen. Now, for you who don't know, estrogen is a woman hormone. Men need it, right? Men need estrogen, right? To balance everything out. But if you have too much estrogen and not enough testosterone, that's where mood swings come. That's where lack of drive comes. All these, and so guess what started to happen? Mood swings. lack of drive. I didn't want to do anything. My strength went down. Like, it was like my libido wasn't there as much. How do you keep it even? Let me explain. And so for the last almost 3 months, I have not been wanting to work out. I've been 5'7", Mike. Don't give me that extra inch, right? If you say 5'8", I'm not 5'8". Don't give me the extra inch, but don't take away an inch either. I'm 5'7". My ID says 5'8". I know I'm not 5'8". I'm 5'7". I like 5'7" because 7 is my favorite number. So I like 5'7" because 7 is my favorite number. I don't care about 5'8", 5'9". I don't go fuck. All right. So doesn't fucking also exhaust you? It kind of does, right? It does have to be dominant in men. Estrogen has to be dominant 100%. 6-9. So I'm like, bro, this isn't me. What's going on with me? Why don't I want to live? I had a lot of bad thoughts too, right? I've been having a lot of bad thoughts. It's like, yo, let me just end this. There's no point in living, right? And that's not me. You know, we all have those thoughts, right? That's not me consistently. So eventually I said, bro, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep living like this, right? I can't. There's something going on with me in hormonally, right? Right? And so when I got blood work done, right? I got blood work done recently, last week, actually this week, Monday. Monday I got blood work done, and I did the rhythm one too. And yeah, so now we're waiting for the other test results, my test and my estrogen, which I know my test is low. So moral of the story, yeah, so that's where I believe my testosterone is low and why I'm not as like, But yeah. Yesterday I got done doing a 45-hour fast. I did a 45-hour fast. It was pretty much almost a 2-day fast. Just water and coffee. And I was fucking bumping. I'm not gonna fast today because I'm getting too skinny. I can't get too skinny. I need to, because fasting's not the best thing for building muscle, right? So I'm like, yo, I gotta eat today. If I don't eat today, I'm gonna fucking keep losing muscle. Jesus loves you. What up, mom? I'm saying, nah. My son, Ryan, what's up, brother? It can be triggered by external factors like medication, substance, steroids. It got triggered by stress. So I went to my doctor, right? I don't play FIFA, no. If anything, I might start playing RuneScape again. Shout out to RuneScape. Why are you fasting? You don't want it bad enough. No, fasting helped me out. Fasting gave me a lot of energy, actually. Shout out to RuneScape. I'm just Googling kind of stuff. I'm not that smart. That's so funny. Yeah, no, but you can't really tell, bro. I still have it, but you can't really tell. El Salvador, I haven't been to there. My dad wants me to go there, right? Oasis Peak. Bro, best, bro. I might get back into it, bro. I don't know. I have to see what's up, right? Because I want to get the Inferno Cave. I haven't played in fucking, like, 2 years. Anyways, sidetracked. Right, moving up. Oh, because I want to move to Tampa. I don't want to live in Gainesville anymore. By the way, once again, if you want to move to Florida, sublease, 1620. This is your chance to move. If you want to be spontaneous and move, do it. You have a brother named Camus on Big Brother? No, bro. People tell me that all the time. You got tired of that, you know? You should play games again. If I play games again, I'm going to get on Kick. But I'm thinking about getting Kick already. Anyways, any questions so far? Before we go inside, go make some breakfast. How's my strength? Low, bro. I've never wanted to be that strong, but I am pretty strong. But my strength went down. I'm like, dude, why the fuck is it so heavy? My strength went down, which means my testosterone went down. Heavy 4-rep sets or 12-rep sets, which is better? Me, personally, reps, 12 to 16. Going with you to Tampa? Of course. Fuck yeah, she's going to me to Tampa. Yeah. So again, if you want to move to Florida, I got a great apartment for you. You look like Camus. That's great. I've been telling, yeah, Sergio Ramos, Camus, and fuck Ila Taporia sometimes. But I'm just Alex Oyanes. Yeah, play on Kick. That would be fun. Yeah, I might get on Kick. Great things about it. Yeah, Tampa Bay is good. That's NDM on coaching. Hope to hear about. Brother, I'll message you as soon as I'm done with this here. Right? How are you moving your stuff? Fucking my truck. How much for your apartment? It's $1,620, right? $1,620. It's a beautiful apartment. It's a beautiful apartment, right? I might leave it furnished too, except I'll take my desk and my whiteboard. I'm taking my desk and whiteboard. You do, yeah. No, look here. I know. Fucking this guy came. Yo, I was at a festival. I was at Lollapalooza. I'll give you an apartment tour. Are you AHA, a real estate agent, right? Yo, he's like, yo, can we get the fuck inside? Is that dog telling you? No. He wants to go inside. How much longer do you have on the lease? I have a whole year. I love how much you move. Yeah. We can have mutual combat. Yeah. I'm about it. Is that EDM? Yeah. What part of Florida? Gainesville. How old are you and you have a hair care routine? No. I just really is. Are you moving to Texas or bigger? No, I'm going to Tampa. Those dogs are badass. He's great. All right. Let's go inside. Vamonos! Yeah. So they accept dogs too. All right, they accept dogs. So if you have a dog, not a problem. What's up, Gabe? He told him 5 minutes. You know what, CC? Don't come at me right now. Don't come at me. Should we have a physique check? The sun is blazing. All right, let's have a physique check. Hold on. Because the sun's blazing. It's all about the lighting. It's all about the lighting. Oh, the grass is wet. Oh, by the way, this is the backyard you get if you move here. Fuck, the grass is wet. So this, yeah, I love it here. So if you're looking to live in a nice, sunny, beautiful place. Oh, fuck. No, seriously, my apartment's up for sublease. I like your hair like that. Definitely. Fuck me, dude. Can I not fucking... Yeah, so I'm telling you. But yeah, so right now, I fasted yesterday. I'm going to eat today because I need to get some food in me. We're in Florida, Gainesville. I'm telling you, this could be your backyard. I'm telling you, this could be your backyard. See, like, this could be your backyard. Oh, this is my physique right now. I didn't really eat the last like, I don't know how many days. I had a fucking 42-hour fast. Yeah, I had like a 42-hour fast. But, yeah, I fasted. I'm gonna eat today. I need to eat today. Yeah, this is where we're at. Come here. Come here. If you have a dog, he'll love you. Come here. Thank you. Thank you. Leon, toca. Leon, get over here. Mírame. Habla. 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 Thank you. Oh, if you're trying to get if you're trying to get in shape, have you lifted? Yeah, I did back today. I did back. Also, for coaching, check out the website. How do you work out in the Florida heat? I was born and raised in the heat. To be fair, I've never seen you look fat, but you look fit. I've never seen you look fat. I've never been fat. I never let myself get fat. No way. As much as I wanted to. As much as I wanted to get fat. And I don't want to get fat, but like sometimes you want to eat everything. Right? You want to eat everything. So just keep getting cut. Is it inside out? I'll put it back in. No, bro. I'll see what's up with that. But yeah, this could be your backyard. I'm serious. Sublease. $1,620. 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom. You and your homie, you and your girlfriend, or just you. I was living here by myself before my girlfriend moved in. Why do you prefer higher reps opposed to lower? That's a great question. So I prefer higher reps because that's what bodybuilders do. You feel me? Like you can lift heavy, but when you do higher reps, you prevent more injury. When you do heavier, you're more prone to injury. I've been working out for 19 years. I've had like two serious injuries. I tore my hamstring and then I tore my rotator cuff, but I never needed surgery. Thanks, Megan. You're gorgeous too, Megan. I'll wait until your lease is up because I don't have to wait until my lease is up. That's the beautiful. Started working out at 29. I mean, it's better late than never, brother. It's better late than never. It's better to start working out at 29 than never work out. To never work out. Zero experience. I mean, the fastest way to get your results is to get a coach, bro. Because once you learn how to eat, bro, you'll be ahead. Once you learn how to eat and train consistently, you'll be ahead of 99% of people. Said I think you would like. No, dude, I've been to Texas. I'm not a fan of Texas. I'm just not. Also, my family lives down south. That's why Texas is great, but my family lives down south. I don't want to live too far away from my family, especially when I have kids. Gonna do live when you move, right, bro? I'll always do live. I'll never stop doing lives, bro. I'm about to start doing kick. But again, this is the lake. I guess you call it Lakeview. There's little baby gators sometimes. Well, there's one. I just haven't seen him in a minute. But he'll be fine. He won't eat you. What do you mean kids? I want to have kids soon. What you talking about? It's very hot. I'm in Texas. It kind of sucks. It's very hot. Motherfucker, you never been to Florida? Florida's hot. What's Kick? Kick is a live streaming platform. It's like Twitch. Are we planning to have kids? Yeah, of course. How can I not have a small little Alex? And then Alexa. Well, I'm not going to name her Alexa. Yeah, I want to have like 4 kids. Apartment for rent. There's animals here. I can't do Florida humidity. I'm in Cali. Yeah, Cali is beautiful. I love Cali. So this is just hot as Florida, just humid with less freedom. That's funny. Yeah, so I'll give you an apartment tour. Little Jaquan. That's funny. That actually made me laugh. Hold on, let me just do something real quick. Bring a key. Oh, I gotta get off the Wi-Fi. Okay. That's funny, dude. That made me laugh. Good luck with that. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Kids are great. Kids are blessings. They're crazy. But I'm crazier. Have you ever ran a marathon? Nah, dude. I don't even plan on running a marathon. I don't give a shit about that. That's never been me. I'm gonna run a 5K. I don't give a fuck about that shit. No offense to anyone who does it. It's just never been my thing. Who has 7 kids the other day in the year 2020? Yeah, okay. No, all right. Yeah, that's crazy. But that's beautiful too. Okay, let me all right, this is the front door. Front door. These decorations are for my girlfriend. So you can put stuff there. You want to say hi?
Like the camera crews here?
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
She's not for sale. I'm just giving the apartment tour.
With the apartment. He's bringing me here.
This girl's like, is she going with you? I'm like, of course she's going with me. This is the yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's almost whiteboard. But let me give you a little bit of tour. I guess all of you guys. The kitchen's a little dirty right now. Fuck! This is the kitchen. You have a fridge. You have a stove and bananas. The bananas don't come with it. You have this little area, right? You can put a dresser there. She has her little computer station right there, right? Do when it's clean. No, it's not that bad. It's not super fucking dirty. It was her birthday not long ago. So, then there's this mirror right here. There's this. This is the living room. There's not a TV there because I never got a TV here. I never got a TV because I don't like to watch TV at times. These are all my books. All right, like look at this. I have a lot of fucking books. And my laptop. All right, so I read a lot. There's this lighting photo. And this is the porch. This is the porch. So you have a beautiful view. You have a beautiful view of the lake. I'll even throw in this thingy-mabobber. I won't take it. I'll throw in the fucking thingy-mabobber. Right? What is this? I forgot what it's called. This will come equipped with it. I'll leave this here. Do you listen to audiobooks? Yeah, I still do. Do I leave the couch? Yeah, sure. Right, love? I'll leave the couch. Yeah, you guys, I love this couch. I love this couch. But you guys can have it. Do you have anything good to say about the apartment?
I actually do.
What?
It's a very good apartment.
Yeah.
And the view is insane.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. And it's well located too. We're close to Publix. We're
Yeah.
close to a lot of stores.
Yeah, everything's close. Like 9 minutes away. Target, how far?
8 minutes. 9?
Yeah.
Well, if it's me driving, it's 7
Yeah,
minutes.
if it's
but if it's like
fucking-
a normal person, maybe 15.
If it's me driving, it's 10 minutes. If she's driving,
you
it's like...
drive like an uncle, so.
Yeah, I drive safe. So that's that. We have this hallway right here. We have this hallway right here, right? We have, you can put stuff here too. This is where we have our medical stuff, I guess. And shoes. That's where you put your shoes. The bathroom is beautiful, thanks to her, not me. All right, yeah, she put the mats down. She put that mat down. The bathroom. Am I gonna hire movers? No. I don't have much. Bathroom's good. There's this cool ass mirror right here. What up, you beautiful person? Yeah. Cool. This is where you put your towels too. Towels. All right, rooms. Fuck yeah. Okay. Here's the room. All right, so this is the master bedroom. I guess, no, there's 2 bedrooms. So this is my bed. This is a king size bed. King size bed. Right? That's the TV. This is me again. That's my dresser. This is the closet. So you have a closet here. Right? Dresser, big ass fucking dresser. I'm taking that with me. Right? Dresser, shoes. This is the lab. I call this the lab. because this is where I work. All right, so bookshelf, that. This is all coming with me. But yeah, this is my desk. And then we have another closet right here. Yeah, and all my flags. Where the magic happens. Why are you jetting? What do you mean, why am I jetting? He will leave everything you want except the girl he's yeah, yeah. Her makeup's pretty, yeah. But yeah, that's what we have. 1,016.20 moving cost. I'm debating on the moving cost or not. It's only like what the moving the application is like $200 something like that. I might cover that. Why are you leaving? Just because I can. Honestly, like I want to move to Tampa. I've been here now for 2 years. I've lived in Gainesville for like 4 years. It's a beautiful place. I came here with really nothing. I came here with nothing, and then I just kind of built myself up here. And then I moved to Miami. I moved back here. New girl, yes. So moving is fun. Love moving. I don't know about moving. Fun, right? So yeah, shoot me in. A traveler, YouTuber. I don't really like to travel like that. You might think I like to travel, but I don't like to travel like that, to be honest. I'm not a big traveler person. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, she moving with you? Fuck yeah, she's moving. Do you think you keep chasing something to fulfill you? No, I go places and I like them or I don't like them, you know? Like, I think for me, I like it was she gator hunting? No. I think for me, like it's like her. Same thing with her. She's moved a lot, and like I think for me, it's like not even finding places. I don't mind moving around. You know, found a gym in Tampa. No, but there's a lot of beautiful gyms in Tampa. That's another thing. I want to build a gym in Tampa. You know. My husband, hello again. What's up, Brooke? Where's my food? Hold on.
What?
Solid. This is my dog. I don't know if you met him yet.
No, first time here.
First time.
Love the place.
Simmer. Just put some look. But yeah, any questions? Do you drink? No, bro. I haven't drank in like a year and a half. Yeah. Let me just put some musica on. But yeah, so we're gonna make some breakfast. Maybe it's working out in all the gyms around the world. Yeah, but I don't really want to. I'm not a big fan of traveling like that.
Which is crazy.
Why?
Did I say it out loud? Sorry.
You think it's crazy? I don't think it's crazy. All right, you can, yeah. I feel like.
But where have you been though? That's the thing.
I think Florida and California. I'm in California.
Okay, me too. What else?
I don't know. Something's dead in here.
Yeah.
Bobby, I don't have it. Oh, I do have ground beef for you, buddy. Buddy, oh pal.
Yeah, we need to throw up.
We need to throw a party.
Out.
I mean, congratulations, brother. I'm proud of you. All right, I'm proud of you. The world's incredible. You know what else is incredible? Internally.
Oh God.
I guess that's always been my outlook. I don't know. I will travel at one point. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Any advice for someone who needs to move from my girlfriend? What do you mean? Move from your girlfriend? What do you mean? I woke up with a bumpy... Oh, no, I can't even read that.
What?
I can't read that. Read this.
Where?
Do you get it? She left me. You know what, bro? Let me give you advice, bro. Burn her house down, all right? Because she... No, I'm kidding, bro. I remember that listen, I have a very close friend of mine, actually my brother. Somebody really close to me got dumped, okay? Is your family in Colombia? Okay? No, 2 of my family members died, unfortunately. Yeah, 2 of my family members died. May they rest in peace. You're drooling, bro. You're drooling. Sergio Ramos, what's up? Listen, brother. This is exactly the advice I'd give my brother as well. You have to understand you're not going to get over it today. You're not going to get over it today. You're not going to get over it tomorrow or the next day. Like, it's going to be some time. I know it sucks. It might sound like it sucks, but just accept that because you won't be so impatient. One of the reasons that whenever we go through breakups, we're like, oh, can this go away? Like, you want it to go away fast. You're being impatient. But if you can just accept this is not going to go away. And I've been through many, like, heartbreaks and, like, just heart or hurting. And one thing I've learned is, like, okay, this is not going to go away. I treat it almost like an injury. When you get an injury or you pull a muscle, you're like, oh man, like, how do I fix this muscle? Like, you're hoping it goes away, but you're going to be injured for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks. You're going to have this funny feeling in your shoulder or your chest or your leg for at least a week or two. And so one thing I've learned is to, like, just accept it. I accept that I'm injured, or accept that, all right, this is painful and it's not going to go anytime soon. Number two, what can I do? You know, I just got to keep moving forward. You know, and so you use the gym or even at home doing push-ups and burpees to get yourself to feel better about where you are. Okay, some of the tattoos, I don't regret any of my tattoos. I love my tattoos. Do people living in colder places have more mental resilience and sharpness than ones living in hot sunny places? Black world, you know what? That might be true. That might be true. I think people that do live in a colder world at times can develop a little bit more mental fortitude depending on how they live their life. You feel me? Because, like, they can live their life super comfortable during the hot days, right? Like, they cannot work out, they cannot do this, you know? What have you been taking? You look different. No, I just been taking nothing, actually. Used to always see our face and never stop by. I'm glad to give it a shot. You're delighted. Appreciate, Nate. Yeah, you as well, brother. You appreciate. Yeah, dude, I do my best. Again, I've been working out for 19 years, man. I've had a lot of mentors in my life. A lot of people who have been very successful. I dropped out of college at 19. And since then, I've just been looking for mentors. People who have a life that I actually want. Push-ups, 100 push-ups a day. Immense accountability. Yeah, I work out every single day. That helps. Patience, keep patient, bro. And sometimes voice, maybe this is, let me put it this way. Pain is a vehicle that you can take. You're not going to always feel this pain of a breakup. And this is what I tell my brother, right? The pain you're feeling now doesn't come every other week. It comes once in a blue moon. So that pain can also push you to do something that you've been avoiding for a very long time. You know? And so take the pain that you're going through and use it. Use it to push you to do something. That's why there's certain people that end up getting in really great shape after a breakup. Why is it? Because the pain of the breakup is so much more painful than having to work out and having to go through a diet. I just got to the gym. Thanks for the motivation earlier this morning. Of course, William. Proud of you. Right? Always remember that. The pain that you feel now that comes from a breakup doesn't come every other week. It comes once in a blue moon. Right? This arm, Gainesville, this arm in West Palm Beach. Yeah. My boy Yusuf. This is Leon. All right, what are we gonna do now? We're gonna eat them weights. That's it, bro. That's it. West Palm sleeves clean. Yeah, it's beautiful, bro. He's a great artist. I love him. That's why I thought about living somewhere colder at one point in my life, but I just don't want to leave my family. Dark tattooed, yeah. It's Leon with a gun. Negative and all that's what I 100%. Can't have one with the other either. Dog, you know what we need to buy? My love?
What?
I need to go buy today when I go to the store. When I go to Publix, I'm going to buy some more of the bars.
The bars.
The green bars, is it called again? Nature Valley bars. On top of your pita chips.
Are you buying it because of me? Or because you want them?
Both. The pita chips for you. The bars.
Oh, that? Okay, but the
Yeah.
bars, I don't eat them.
Huh?
I don't eat the bars.
I like the bars.
I know.
Spray brother.
Find the ones I left?
Fuck yeah, they removed.
Are they all gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat them.
Yeah, that's why I want to buy them. Yeah, they're great. I love them.
I like them, I just don't eat them.
You just forget about the 4 bars.
Yeah.
4 bars. Did you eat your food, Leon? Did you eat your food? All right, beautiful. Spray brother. No, I'll do. Hello, Abitese. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, yeah. How much do you? This whole sleeve here costs 6 bands, right? Got the little red in there. This whole sleeve is 6 bands. This one I think 5. I think 5. I'm not even done with this one yet. Do you go to the gym 5 days a week? Oh, I'm so sorry. I work out 7 days a week actually, but I don't always go. I don't always go to the gym. I sometimes do hella body weight workouts at home. The other day, if you look at my story, I did what? Crunches, push-ups, and pull-ups. That's it. Again, I haven't been feeling like wanting to work out, so that's been a little difficult for me. That's why I'm getting my hormones checked. I'm most likely low on T. But yeah, let me show you for example. So, this is also my brother. I have a twin brother. This was us like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I have a twin. His name is Andy, or Andres. Yeah. He's been working out. I've been working out longer than him, but he's been fucking smashing the fucking weights, running like 3 days a week, 5 days a week. He runs like 5 days a week. He runs a lot. I don't run as much as he does. But I don't fucking want to do that much cardio. That's just a preference. You feel me? It's just a preference. You don't have to do. He does cardio like 5 days a week. I don't like to. Man. Dog, if I don't clean something, dude, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, the fucking outside, bro. That's crazy. I don't know why that is. Good morning. Yeah, no, honestly, shoot me up. If your hormones are jacked, you can probably do well in the WNBA if you're going to keep me. No. Running versus incline walk for fat loss while on a cut. Zach, I mean, I would push your macros as far as you can until you just stop seeing changes and then add cardio. But I don't see a point in doing cardio until your macros are on point. Right? It's just 2 things at one. Every time I go to the gym, also, can you say I love the great white hope? Oh, what? Gotta train in the snow on some rocky. I know, right? 100%, bro. That's why I would want to train in the snow, for the rocky content. Yeah, I guess that's I'll cover fat loss today. Yeah. Jesus. Eggs. I like eggs. Please, my birthday. Who's Hope, bro? What is your name? Oh, how about this?
Is this FedEx maybe trash?
Yeah.
And the locker maybe too.
Yeah, I guess so. Unfortunately.
What do you mean, unfortunately?
Because if I ever do another blood test, they'll send me the blood testing bottles.
¿Qué?
If I do another blood test, they'll send me another red thing. You see red thing?
Okay. Okay, but ew.
Yeah, see? So it's like somehow that cuts you.
Okay. Why do you want to keep this though?
I didn't want to throw it away yet. But we can throw it away now.
Do you want to keep it?
No, we can throw it away.
You're very confusing.
I know. What does your girl think about your training business? I don't know. Let's ask her. I don't know. What does she think about my training business? Love, what do you think about my training business?
What?
What do you think about my training business? Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
the first person that I see actually make difference in people's lives, including mine. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to work out again. What's going on?
So, huh?
We need to work out again.
I'm not doing that with you. No, you're not.
Okay. Go kill myself. I'm out of
It's
egg white.
burning.
I know, it's the bottom of the pan. Damn, I'm out of egg whites. No. Oh, no, not bitches. Let's go.
What?
I want that booty. Get her in the frame. I want to check her out. No.
What?
They're like, YouTube's ruthless. They're like, get her in the frame. I want to check her out. Chill, Johnny. Johnny Bravo.
Go to my website.
Go to my website. Carol, OnlyFans.com. Man, you have a training program, don't you? I do. But it's not just a training program, it's a lifestyle program. Remember that. I gotta make sure you got a baddie because you need one. She is a baddie. She is a baddie. She's bad, alright. Right, darling?
Yeah.
Just gotta be careful with this. What up, dog? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, man. She really needed an OnlyFans kick. No, she's not in OnlyFans. She's good. Good morning, everybody. Grand Rising. I'm making some breakfast. I don't know. I might have a bagel. A toasted bagel. No, bagel and coffee. I'm asking because you typically have egg whites. Yeah, I'm having egg whites. Egg whites, 4 whole eggs. Yeah, man. So the goal is to move, man. The goal is to move. Continue doing what we're doing. Are you still talking? Sunflower, fuck yeah, I'll talk for days. I have so much things to say. I like talking. Why? I don't know, it's fun. Because the things that I talk about change my life. And all I want to do is continually change people's lives. Getting sober changed my life. Training for the last 19 years changed my life. Knowing how to get closer to God changed my life. Becoming disciplined, right? Gaining wisdom and understanding of how to get through difficult times in life changed my life. First bagel at Library Bagel and nearly last past week. We took kids before school started. That's beautiful, Nate. Yeah, I love bagels. They're a little high in carbs, but sometimes it's worth it. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Por qué estás tan triste? Damn, Leon's like super triste. ¿Por qué estás super triste? Prima. Yeah, I'm starving. I'm gonna eat a latte. Egg yolk is packed with nutrients. Why only egg whites? No, Bobby. I have whole eggs there. I have 4 whole eggs, right? And egg whites because I want more protein, not so much fat. There's nothing wrong with fat, just not enough. For example, like it's like taking a shower. You don't want a whole bottle of shampoo, right? You don't want a whole bottle, but you want some. You know, with cream cheese, I had cinnamon raisin bagel. Nice. I have a blueberry bagel right here. I'm probably gonna eat. Steak. Yeah, maybe some steak. Why you take what you take for protein? I don't take any more protein powder. I stopped taking protein powder like fucking 4 months ago because my stomach got too fucked up. So I don't do protein powder. Do you like everything bagel seasoning? Bro, I hate everything bagel seasoning. I fucking hate that, dude. I don't like it at all. So you add egg whites to your eggs. Yes, because at the end of the day, one of the highest things that I need to eat is protein. So if we can maximize as much protein with as little as fat for me possible, it's what I typically like to do that. I like to do the low fat, moderate carbs, high protein. All right, which product do you used to take? I used to take Evogen and then Dymatize. I took Dymatize for years, like 5 years. Yeah. Sergio Ramos, no, Alex Duenas. Is that Sergio Ramos? No, it's fucking Alex Duenas, dog. Beautiful. What up, baby? Let me get some of that fucking salt. Salt, eggs. Meanwhile, this is fucking train, bro. Crazy, bro. Crazy cocoa bananas. Going down. That's that. That's that. Beautiful. Eggs done. Add cottage cheese to your eggs for extra protein if you like. I'm lactose intolerant. It fucks my stomach up. He gave more Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho? Who's Ronaldinho?
Bruh. What about him?
Yeah, they say I might look like Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho? No, Ronaldinho is a Brazilian soccer player.
So what are you trying to say?
There's two of them though.
Yeah, which do you think I look like the most?
None of them.
Wow, that's fucked up. Are they handsome? You look better than Sergio Ramos, bro. Thank you, Abdul. Thank you. Do you eat cereal? Do I eat cereal? I don't know. Sometimes I do. Who said that?
Who said that?
Fuck you. The Alberto Mendia. Fuck you, Alberto Mendia.
Wait, but which one though? This
Yeah.
one? Where is it?
That one? We'll find out. Crazy, she knows.
It's okay, love.
They call me ugly.
I'm Brazilian, so
She's Brazilian. Yeah, she knows.
I know my soccer players. Aw, look at Candy. See, it's okay. I can't.
Women do things on purpose, you know that? How am I bullying or harassing anyone, bro? That's so funny. Ronaldinho, my favorite player. Oh, what am I doing? I need to stir myself some coffee. Oh, he's phenomenal. Leon, dude. There he is. That's my boy, dude. He's been with me since 2020. Since 2020. Been an OG, dude. OG. I might come back and eat some psych. But for now, let's just do what we gotta do. And eat what we gotta eat. This. Bagels. Bagel. Eggs. Coffee. Hello, do you want some more coffee? I warmed it up. Yum. Coffee.
I would like to take you out.
Take me
Yeah,
out.
lunch later?
Lunch later. Scares me.
Why?
Yeah.
You don't have to eat though, like anything.
I can just watch you eat.
No, you can have like steak and eggs. You can have it.
Where do you want to go, Metro?
But no, I'm going to
The Mexican spot?
Mexican, yeah, I really want to eat Mexican food.
Really? I was thinking about that. I'm like, she wants to go to Mexico place. Yeah, deal. I think after my podcast or my call too.
What time is it again?
Actually, the call's at 1. Just let me eat that.
And the podcast?
4.
Podcast.
Podcast. 4.
4? We're
4.
going at what? 6 p.m. I'm gonna have.
You want to go lunch?
Lunch?
We can do like 12. No, I have to call at 1.
No, yeah.
All right, let me take care of this. You're gonna think you're a tweaker on live to 2 people. No, I have I also have TikTok live, and there's 58 people. And you got to start somewhere too, bro. Don't make fun of people who have like 2 views. You got to start somewhere. It's like the person who started to work out, you know, they're not going to change in one day, but they're getting somewhere. It's better than, you know, trashing them or judging them, you know. So don't ever shit on someone just because they have like 2 views or something like that. It shows poor character. Very poor character. Hello. Hello. Hello, bro. Beautiful people. Hello. I need to eat this, and we're gonna fucking really go over a lot of the things that we need to train. Oh, fuck. No, this one. YouTube. Yes. Good. All right. Beautiful. Let's eat this. And then we'll go from there. Sound good? Sound good. Any questions? All right. Now we're at the office. We're going to do some work. All right, 3 hours earlier here in Cali. Dueñas is my morning coffee. Fuck, it's the best, bro. It's the best. Here were eggs. Ain't one. I've eaten once in the last 3 days. Can you believe that? I've eaten once in the last 3 days. Can we see your best friend for a bit? He's down there. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Yeah, he's beautiful. Thoughts on cooking for gains? I mean, the dude's doing his thing. I don't really care, to be honest, bro. He's doing his thing. You know, people can hate on him all they want, you know, but at the end of the day, he's just trying to do his best. The only difference between him and somebody watching him is that, you know, he puts up his things and people are going to always judge him. You know, people do bad shit all the time. People make mistakes. I've made mistakes. And so at the end of the day, you know, I'd say, man, I know he's helped people, you know, but I know he said some different things, but you know what? We all make mistakes in life. What thoughts I should think about it to get my mind up for... I got to keep moving forward, right? I got to keep moving forward. Like, if you're trying to get over that breakup with her, like, you got to remember, I got to keep moving forward. I got to keep moving forward. And in, like, Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future, right? Jeremiah 29:11. Always repeat that verse to yourself. As if he knows what he's talking about, not thoughts on him. Sorry. At the end, yeah, bro. Yeah, he does. He does knows what he's talking about, especially when he's cooking meals. Yeah, of course, bro. Because at the end of the day, when you're in fitness and things like that, you know what you're talking about. But he's the type of person to have a coaching business based solely on like training and nutrition. Jeremiah 29:11, right? So his whole coaching is based on nutrition and training. Obviously, my coaching is based off of mindset. You know, mindset, training, nutrition. You know, a lot of his plans are very generic because of the amount of people he has to coach. And that's why they're like $300, $400, nothing crazy expensive. Because he's not going to give you the one-on-one attention. Doing what you're doing, is it out of necessity or is it a lifestyle? Why are you doing what you're doing? As like, I like the lifestyle, right? I like the lifestyle. Why do I do what I do? I like the lifestyle, you know? I like helping people. I really believe it's my purpose in life. And it's what I never wanted to do anything else. I never like wanted to get into real estate. I never wanted to be. I had an opportunity to be in the finance business. I'll tell you the story. Let me eat this breakfast. Yeah, I was gonna be brought on as a financial analyst or something like that by this company, and I ended up not taking it because I wanted to stay in fitness. No? a whole story to it, but like, they were gonna pay for all my training and everything. They were gonna pay for my training. They were gonna get me through a lot of. So people, hold on. After a breakup, you go to hell. With time, you'll be okay. You go to hell. No, dude. No, dude. I don't think that's hell. I think you go through some pain, but that's not hell. Like, having a child die is hell. Losing a child is hell. That's hell. Why some people, if they become lean and skip workout for some months, they get fat back? Because they're not exercising, bro. It's like, why do some people make money and they stop working and they stop making money? They stop working. How much you love that person. Yeah, no, but like that's, bro, I'm not saying it's not painful. I'm not saying it's not painful. I'm just saying, bro, like you can't say a breakup hurts, bro. Trust me, it's a fucking, I've been to them. But dude, there's a greater pain than that, which is like losing a child, bro. Right? I kind of want a toasted bagel. What thoughts on peptides? My thoughts on peptides, bro, it's like they work, but they don't give you the body that you ultimately want, in my opinion. Because they just get rid of your hunger. They get rid of your hunger, and what ends up happening is like, yeah, you don't eat. But if you don't eat, you're not building muscle, or you're not building muscle. And you're losing fat and muscle at the same time. So you lose a lot of the things, and then you really don't understand how you did it. And so it's like, cool, I gotta keep taking them. When you stop taking them, I literally sat next to a doctor, a gynecologist. She's like, I took the GLP-1s and I lost weight, but then once I got off them, I gained more weight back, you know? So you don't really learn how to do it. Yeah. No. What does the Bible say about masturbation, brother? More of a tool to try to correct your lifestyle? Not necessarily, bro. Not necessarily, because it's not correcting your lifestyle. It's just prohibiting you from doing what you were used to doing. You can't, if you're not hungry, you're not going to eat. That's not correcting your lifestyle. That's just prohibiting you from doing what you're not used to doing. You know? Yeah. What did the Bible say about masturbation? You don't need to read the Bible to know that when you masturbate, you don't feel as good, bro. You feel me? You don't need to read the Bible to know that fact. That's not the best thing to do, you know, in my opinion, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Bro, the way I deal with lust, bro, this is my second meal in like 42 hours, 45 hours. Yeah, think about it. My second meal in like 45 hours without eating. People say it's normal. Is it normal? It's not that you have to understand who says it's normal, right? Right? At the end of the day, man, like you can be honest with yourself because all the answers are within, right? Luke chapter 11, verse 52. Jesus says, "For all you lawyers, you take away the key of knowledge. You look not within yourself." You know? It's good. It feels nice and things like that. But usually anything that gives you instant gratification doesn't help you that well in life. Because that's what it is. It's instant gratification. All you have to do is pull up something and do that. Like, that's instant gratifying. Instant gratification leads to delayed pain. The verse is Luke chapter 11, verse 52. Luke chapter 11, verse 52. He says, woe you lawyers, you take away the key of knowledge. You look not within yourself. Yeah. I want this bagel. My coffee's cold. That's why we got to get on here and talk. Some of them, bro, I wanted to. Yeah, like Luke chapter 17, verse 21. For the kingdom of God is within you. Then you can look at Acts chapter 7, verse 48. Howbeit that the Most High. So here, Acts chapter 7, verse 48 or 42. 48. I'm pretty sure it's 48. Howbeit that the Most High dwelleth not in temples made of hands. Think about that. No, never had a concussion. Thank God. And if you put your finger to here, what is this called? This is called your temple. Where's God? This is a temple not made by man's hands, but made by God. Right? Think about that. Luke chapter, Acts chapter 7, verse 48. What chapter? Acts chapter 7, verse 48. Howbeit that the Most High dwelleth not in temples made of man's hands. Made of hands. Not man's hands, but hands. And that's KJV version. And one guy banned me because I told him that in the Bible it says drunks won't go to heaven. I mean, dude, at the end of the day, nobody knows, bro. Right? Nobody knows. Nobody honestly can tell you 100% they know. Who doesn't know? But we're all going to find out. Me and a bagel. Yeah, 100% Black World, 100%, you know? I love video games. I don't play them anymore. I have the itch to go play again, you know? But see what? As soon as you got your life together, God is in your heart. I don't have my life together. By no means. I do not have my life together. My health right now is hormonally unbalanced. My business goes ups and downs. I have good months. I have bad months. You know, my relationship, like we just got done having like kind of a fucking, not a big fight, but a big thing, you know, like the last fucking 4 days has been really tough for me and her, you know, and my faith has been swayed a little bit. I didn't read Jesus Calling for like 2 days. So before you think that your life, I don't got my life together. But what I do know, I work out every day. I wake up early. I'm sober. And I get on here and I help people. Did you ever have, I had an Xbox. I hit back and triceps today. No. There's no such thing as having your life together. Because you're always trying to, we're living. I woke up at 5 this morning. I usually wake up at 4, but I woke up at 5. I'm sorry, I freak out sometimes. Yeah. Because now you're in with yourself, you know? There's no numbing. Do you sell creatine gummies? No. I love raw bagels. That's cool, and then you're transparent about it too. Maybe many people pretend that their life is perfect and will never admit it. No, bro. I mean, that's how we become relatable, you know? I want to relate to you. I don't want you to ever think that I'm on a pedestal. I don't want you to think that I'm like, I do what I have down for sure is fucking fitness, right? But even my hormones are off right now. But what I do have down for a fact is fitness and also habits, right? I can control what it's in my control. And that's and that's what I coach on. What's in your control? The way you think, what you eat, how you train, what time you wake up. And my job as a coach is to guide you that through every single day. What time do you go to bed? I don't know, 10, 11. I've been watching fucking One Piece lately. So last night I went to bed like 11. You both asked the same question. Oh. Fuck cream cheese. Cream cheese fucked me up. Yeah. Much more fun than Alex, can you give me advice on how to deal with a guy that ghosted me while I thought he was the love of my life? Remember this, take ghosting as a sign that they don't want to talk to you. I'm about to get my life together. Brother, shoot me a DM, bro. Like, at the end of the day, you can read the Bible, which is phenomenal, bro. But if you want to get your life together, work with someone that can help you get your life together, bro. I can help you get your life together. Because think about what your life is made up of, right? What is your life made up of? Fitness, finance, relationship, and spirituality, okay? If on a daily basis, you don't take control of the actions that are in your control, then you'll never get your life together. You'll never be able to actually even visualize, manifest life you want if you can't get under control the things that are under your control. I don't go to fitness expos. I don't really admire anybody in the fitness industry. To be honest, like I don't. Should I do TRT with no blood work? No, not at all, brother. No, not at all, brother. Like, why do you even think you need TRT, brother? Are you working out consistently? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you drinking water every single day? Are you taking your vitamins? Did you quit drinking? Right? Did you quit drinking? Have you tried semen retention? Like, there's so many things you can do before you do TRT. What got you into lifting? Were you naturally skinny? Naturally skinny. I was insecure. I got bullied, and I didn't have a girlfriend. So I saw a buddy of mine who had pretty much was confident, was great at sports, and had a girlfriend, and I wanted that. Do you feel like ghosting is them being unable to handle hard conversations? It's not them being able to handle hard conversations. They don't want to give you they don't have enough respect for you, which has nothing to do with you, to actually have that conversation with you, or they don't feel that they have the balls to do it. Yeah. There, one is USA, one last one's there. What about middle one flag? Colombia. Grand morning, bullied just for being a little kid. Like, kids get bullied all the time. I got bullied when I was a kid. What's up, JR? How are you, bud? Oh. I might just start streaming full time. New book. Unfortunately. Yo, DG. I have a friend of mine. Good looking guy. Really good looking guy. He got dumped. Good looking guy. And he's like, he couldn't believe that he got dumped. Really good looking guy. Can't believe he got dumped. And so you have to understand, it's never about you. And it's very, listen, my first 2 experiences with girlfriends, I got dumped. I got left for 2 other guys. Horrible experience, man, as a kid. Because then you think to yourself, from that point on, you're not good enough. Like, you think you're the issue, but you're not the issue. And I wish somebody would have told me that. Like, I wish somebody would have told me, like, you're more than enough. They just weren't for you. That's okay. No one bullies me. I mean, people try to bully me on here all the time. Your tattoos are horrible, you're ugly, you're short, all these things, but people's perception of me is just a reflection of themselves. Ready to play games again? Would you do it at night like the OG gamers? I don't know. Maybe. Rihanna, you're making me think about doing that. But I don't know. You learn from every painful experience. You learn, but that doesn't mean you always apply the lesson. And that's one thing I would love for you to understand, right? There's many times in my life I made the same mistake over and 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 over again. The same mistake going after lust, right? The mistake I made over and over again was going after lust. I always wanted love in my life, but I always pursued lust. And so I never learned my lesson. When it didn't work out, what did I do? I pursued lust again. Didn't work out, I pursued lust again. There's many lessons we learn, but that doesn't mean we apply the lesson that we learned, right? And that's the biggest thing. You can learn the lesson. Wow, I learned the lesson. But you're not applying the lesson. If you're working out and you're working out and it's not working, right? Damn, this doesn't work. But you try it again and you try it again and it doesn't work, and you quit and you go back and you try it again. You're learning the lesson that it doesn't work, but you're doing the same thing. I'm attracting lust and they leave 100%. Yeah. I'm trying to disco lights. We have a disco ball. No, any combat martial arts? Yeah, jiu-jitsu. I was just doing jiu-jitsu, MMA for the last like 3 months. So I'm going to the gym. Yeah, DJ, and that's fine. Sometimes you fall off, but like, yeah, on first day and it doesn't get past the second anymore. Yeah, and that's fine. And that's fine, Tay, that's fine. You know, at the end of the day, like, I would highly go towards, so it makes me feel like I'm worth. You're not worthless. Your worth doesn't come from somebody else. Your worth comes from you. And if you feel worthless, that's the type of people you're going to attract in your life. Life in school are opposite. School would take you lesson test 100%. I dropped out of school, you know? Trust me, I'm one of the few people that will tell you that. You know, I like gamers lights, like the neon ones. Yeah, my keyboard has neon lights. Ugh. Look. First date, they're like pretty, you're pretty, blah, blah, yeah, here's the thing. Like, when I met my girlfriend, we talked about so many life situations. Me and her couldn't stop talking, right? If you can't get deep with someone through text messages, then you can't get deep with someone in person. That's what I've learned, right? Me and my girlfriend, like, we talked so much through texting. We talked so much about life. We went so deep. And then we went finally FaceTime, you know? But we talked so deep before I met her. So many things going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was never like, she looked great, beautiful woman. But then I'm like, okay, like, I'm not after love. I'm not after lust, I'm after love. And we would just get deep and talk. And like, I would ask her so many questions. And like, even when I first saw her, you know, like, we sat at a coffee shop and talked for like 3 hours. Because I was interested in her, you know? We've been together now for 3 months. I don't most get to the second anymore with me. I also heard of dating burnout. It's not. It's because it's you. Your external is a reflection of the internal. She always knew her worth, right? She always knew her worth, right? And the crazy part is, like, she's been around some famous people, you know, and she was in a relationship for 20 years, right? In a relationship for 20 years. And so, like, she coming out, she went on some bad dates. She's like, Alex, it's horrible. She's like, I went on some bad dates, really bad dates. And just guys that I don't even want to be with. Like, you can just tell, you know, but she always knew her worth. You know, Bill, what's up? You know, what famous boy? Like, she knows the Backstreet Boys. She knows what other Backstreet? She knows Instinct, I think, or other people. Yeah, private house or rental. It's a rental apartment. 20 years. Wait, how? You know, I'm 31. She just turned 36. How do you know not overthink about your dates and their view on you? I would say, because you have to understand, Tay, like, before I met her, I did something I'd never done before. I went 4 months on semen retention and 4 months on celibacy. I've never done that day in my life. Never in my 16 years of ever losing since I lost my virginity. 16 years, and I've been fucking, masturbating since I was like, 7, 8 years old? I did something I've never done in my life. Semen retention and celibacy for 4 months. And that attracted me, that brought her into my life. Yeah. What's the president right for there? You give or your girlfriend? You give, what do you mean? You give. As if you have personally been ghosted before? Fuck yeah, many times. You kidding me? Hell yeah, dude. I've been ghosted so many times. Why? Because I shoot high. So what should I do? I'm telling you, like, you're so, like, are you number one, are you back on dating apps? Number one. Number two, Have you started affirming to yourself that I'm more than enough? Or you still think like, I don't believe you changed the way you think about yourself because you still feel, you just said, okay. Like, are you back on dating apps? No, you're not. Good. Number 2, like, have you prayed to God for a man? That's number 2. Number 3, like, you got to stop thinking you're worthless. I met my girlfriend on a dating app. Well, she didn't match me actually. Like, see, I clicked like on her, but she didn't match me, unfortunately. But I found her on Instagram and I added her on Instagram and she messaged me. I honestly feel like I'm done with dating for a cool minute. Oh, it is what it is. If you look at it from that perspective, right? Like, I'm done. It is what it is. It's not that you're done dating. You can look at it, or it's like, hey, like, I'm thankful that this person showed me who they really are, and I'm gonna pray for the person I want to be. And you know, let's see, Josh. I mean, bro, you can't. Josh, you can keep putting red flags, bro. But like, I've been with many women in my life, right? I've been in this game for a very, very long time, and I know when I find a good woman. You're famous now for her. No, that's the thing. What happens when you shoot high? Girlfriend on dating apps? No, Hinge. But she found me on IG. Because I added her, but I never messaged her. She's like, why didn't you message me? I'm like, I don't know. Make my standards high. It's not about making your standards high. Your standards will only go as high as you believe you're worth. Right? It's not about making your standards higher. Right? It's not. It's about you finally accepting that you're more than enough. Right? Because you still think you're the issue. You still think you're the problem, and it's why you can't find a guy. Right? When at the end of the day, it's like you have to believe that you're worth more by telling yourself, I'm more than enough. Just do that for me. For the next 30 days, every day, 3 times a day, I'm more than enough. And you'll see how much weight comes off, right? Your weight, so much weight will come off your shoulders. Right? When you say, I'm more than enough. Like, I started to say that myself. On like 50 days this year and nothing is sticky. Yeah, of course, because you're not fixing the problem. The problem is you, right? 50 dates and nothing stuck. Well, you're the issue. Because you're changing the men, but you're not changing the woman inside. To work, when did you start masturbating? Fuck, because I was like 7, 8 years old. No, I think of what got him. So yeah, I am. Would you date a famous person? I don't know. I need to charge my phone. Do I charge that phone? I charge that. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, Taylor, but most people don't change. Taylor, like, most people don't change. Your thought process right now, you're 30, it's getting late, you're getting older. Are you ever going to find someone? If you wanted to, he would. I believe in that sense, kind of, yeah, for sure. Let me put it this way. You know, my girlfriend, she lived in Orlando. I would drive an hour and 45 minutes to go see her. Yeah. I drove like 4 or 5 times. 3 to 4 or 5 times, I think, to see her. An hour and a half. And I remember whenever I want to drink myself to see her. Yeah, fuck yeah. GG. I mean, listen to my podcast. GG, if you don't know my podcast, go check out my podcast. Right? I have a lot of good stuff on there. Like, check out my podcast. What's up? Visit. You know, I have a lot of good stuff with it. So if a guy doesn't plan another date, he doesn't want to. He's busy. Yeah, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. There's no, oh, I'm busy. Motherfucker, I was fucking planning shit with her when I was struggling with money at one point. I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't have that much. I'm like, dude, it's like $50 in gas there, $50 in gas back. Right? So not only am I going down there an hour and a half, right, to go spend time with her, I'm also fucking spending money on fucking gas to drive there and back, you know? So it's like, and but I wanted it. Like, I found someone that I clicked with. I found someone that I could see myself with, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking make this work. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I mean, when am I gonna see you again? Cool. 3 days, 4 days, busy. Yeah, because like at the end of the day, like I was serious. Like I was serious about creating a relationship. I was serious about being with someone that I can see myself, right? That I can see myself with. How was your food, bro? Fucking great. Thank you for asking, Nate. I don't remember words whenever. Yeah. Why do you think some people cheat on stable people for bums? I'll answer that from a retired cheater. Lust. All it is lust. Which she wants in a relationship for sure. 100%. I remember I asked her to be my girlfriend after like 2 weeks. She's like, I'll get back to you on that. I remember asking her to be my girlfriend after 2 weeks. Like, I want you to be, do you want my girlfriend? She's like, I'll get back to you on that. I have a few questions to ask you before I make my decision, my bet. Yeah. And I don't know what I was gonna answer. I thought it was lust, but I thought the answer was too easy. Yeah, I thought it was, yeah, it's lust. 100%. You're not because they're not thinking with this or thinking with that. Right? That's why it's like, oh, this, you know, so it's lust. Retired G. Yeah, true. Retired G is crazy work. I know, I'm not proud of it. I made mistakes. I'm just a human being. Human beings. I'm charging my phone. My phones are good to go though, but like we'll talk about retired cheater. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'll see what's up. You know, because I guess I can stream off my computer as well. You know, but the internet's not that fast. It's not the super fast one. I'll see what's up. But I definitely want to stream more. It's just like, what's the best way to do it? There is no best way. Shut the fuck up. You know, it's just do it and you work. You get better as you go. And that's the thing. It's that's where most people get stopped. Perfectionism. What's the best way? Fuck you. There's no perfect way. Just get started. OS, our kid would never hurt. Cozy, I know! Dude, I logged in the other day. Bro. I don't think you understand. I literally logged in. When I logged in, yeah, literally, I logged in the other day. Yeah. Yeah, I logged in. I'm not a member right now, but oh yeah, remember, you can't read this right now, but let me show you what I have on my screensaver. This is super important. Read this, all right? The law of gratitude is the key to higher intelligence. Alex, you save lives. You literally make people rich when they pay you. You help them quit vices, get them closer to God while getting them in the best shape of their lives. Things never run out. I'm operating from the formless substance, which has no limits. The law of gratitude is the key to higher intelligence, right? So this is something like I read and I remind myself. You know, like this is huge. Anyways, back to RuneScape. Yeah, dude, I might get back in this, bro. I don't know, dude. I'm in the members world. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I miss playing this game. I might get back to it. Is my boy on? Oh, he's not on. Yeah, dude. I miss this game. I'm a Zerker. I have 99 strength. Teehee. But yeah, I miss this game. What? Yeah. Alright, enough is enough. You have streamer friends? No, I don't have any streamer friends. There's no best way, and there's yeah, there is no best way, bro. How do I get in contact with life coaching? Brother, shoot me a DM. You can shoot me a DM. You can also check out my website, you know, and then book a call. We can get I had a one-on-one call the other day with what's up, Amy? I had a one-on-one call the other day with some guy, with Tyler, you know, and he's looking for like life coaching / training as well. I'm like, you know, I'm going to tell you right now, dude, one thing that helps me get my life in check is having structure when it comes to training nutrition. You know, when someone tells me, oh, like I want life coaching, I'm like, well, I would not be me if I didn't have structure with training and nutrition. Because that's the first pillar of getting your life in order, is having the confidence, having the discipline, having the consistency, and having a level of self-worth and self-respect. Once you have more self-worth, once you feel worthy of more, once you look at yourself and you respect yourself because of your daily habits, then you can build off that. But how else are you going to build self-worth and self-respect if it's not through your daily habits? What are you in control of? So the way I build my self-worth is like, am I doing something that makes me feel proud? Or am I being lazy? Am I not looking as good as I want to? Am I not tracking my meals? Am I not working out? You know, because all those things, if I don't work out, if I don't eat right, what else is there? Like, how am I going to help you? How am I going to get you to be more disciplined, get you to wake up early, get you to be the best version of yourself if I'm not even doing the things that make me a better man? We're just practicing discipline. Master over myself, self-mastery. Would you do a collab with like Jake Paul or not? I'm like, I don't know. You know, like if he came to me, do you want to do a collab? I'm not going to say no because it is an opportunity depending on what the collab is. If it's promoting gambling, if it's promoting something, then no, obviously not. I wouldn't sell my soul for that. I don't care. The best thing I can do is stay in alignment with who I can be. And the biggest thing, here's what it is. Whenever we get your macros in line, whenever you're training and you have, when you get that and you start to see progress. See, lack of happiness is lack of progress. One of the fastest way to see progress is in your body. That's why people who get into fitness and they find their way into fitness, they get some sort of addicted to it because you see results because it's under your control. You can't control the economy, the weather, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your this girl you like, that guy you like. You can't control any of that. You know? Is there a streamer you like to collab with? I don't really think about collabing with any streamer, to be honest with you. You know, because to be honest, like DJ, I don't think about streamers. I think about people. I think about people who need my help. And maybe that's why, like for me, like I do this with or without financial gain. Because at the end of the day, I think about myself and like how much I needed this. Bro, like life is tough. Like when I grew up, like I needed Eric Thomas, I needed Les Brown, I needed Greg Plitt, I needed Z's. I needed these people to get me out of a hole. And even to this day, at times. You know, somebody I listened to a lot was Wes Watson, but he turned out to be like a piece of shit. Like he helped me out a lot, but he turned out to be a very bad guy. You know? So it's like, I know this is my purpose in life. So it's not, that's why I don't look up to other streamers or other fitness influencers because it's like, I don't really care. Greg Plitt, rest in peace, you know? Not everyone does. Yeah, there's a difference between being genuine friends and just wanting to make money. 100%, you know? Aiden Ross is a streamer not for the games. Like, yeah, I don't really look at Aiden Ross and things like that. You got Jaquan. I love this guy. I love you, bro. You know? So it's like, and that's why people are sometimes like, damn, you should have more viewers. You should have more viewers. I'm like, but that's the reason I still do it. Because it's not about like, damn, if I don't have enough people watching me, I'm not going to do this. I'm like, I do this because it gives me like, I truly believe when I'm doing this, I'm doing what I'm made for. Right? Been a minute. What's up, Mario? What's up, Mario? Like when I'm doing this, and even better, when I get a client, when someone decides like, Alex, you know what? I want to invest in coaching. I want to invest in bettering myself. And they get on my team and I get to spend time with them and help them like turn their life around. There's nothing better than that, man. And collab with Adrian Broner on some finish shit. Yeah, I like Adrian Broner. I like him. I like him. I wish he's getting back into shape. You know, he was a great fighter. I wish he would have kept up with it, but that's life, you know? I used to like not look up to him, but I admire his work and his training. Yeah, take me. And there's this one specific video I always looked at, you know? Of course, bro. Of course. I hope you're a girl or guy. I don't know if you're a girl or a guy. You're a woman, right? Yeah. Hell, you're awesome. You can do it. And like really just look within. The answers are all within you. You know, the answers are within. And sometimes the answer is, let me ask for help. Like I love what I do. And it's why I never left it. I have yet to leave it. You know? You end up moving to Miami. Bro, how long has it been, bro? Because I moved to Miami and I moved out of it. Yeah, but that's okay. Rihanna, you fell off too. It's okay. We all fall off. But who gets back up? What if I streamed all day? Oh, Jesus Christ. When am I going to have time to do things? No. I'm going to look into it, bro. Because I was just telling my girlfriend today, I might get back on Kick. You know? I'm like, yeah, bro, I know. But there would be many things I would stream too. You know, I would stream my podcast. because I like podcasting. Check out my podcast. I literally do love podcasting. I don't know. It's a different version of me, I believe. But yeah, I'll look into it. I'll really look into it. No, don't be asking that. Colombia needs our help. I know Colombia needs our help. One of my family members passed away. Lones, what up, Lones? How do your podcast? It's on Spotify. You should try out everything. Yeah, thanks, Rihanna. You gonna donate? I didn't know how to get. I used to have a Kick. I don't know how to set up everything like that. Yeah, let me show you my podcast. Weekend Brand. Yeah, you can go to the link in my bio and check it out. It's Alondra. I know it's Alondra. Lanez. I knew it was you. Do you like managing? You're not even monetized on here. I don't know how to monetize myself on here. Yeah, bro. If you go to Spotify or you go to the link in my bio. Watch. I was listening to that song today. Yeah. If you go to look at this. Go to my TikTok. Go to the link in my bio. Right. Go to the link in my bio. You're gonna come here. Also, my website's here. By the way. Right. This is my website. Master Your Mind, Body, and Spirit. Right. This is my website. These are some of my free programs. These are my client testimonials. Right? These are client testimonials. This is a little bit of my story. Right? And then these are other client testimonials as well. So these are all different clients that I've had. So that's my website. So from there, you can also book your call right here. Right? Just pick a time and day you want to book your call and you'll fill out an application. Next, then we have the free macro training. And then we have my podcast. Right? The Alex Doing It Self-Mastery. You can go on Spotify and look this up. I have a bunch of... No More Lions Den? No More Lions Den. Yeah. It's pretty much my thing. Yeah. Studios, the app. I think it's turned on. I'll do that today, actually. You know? I'll do that today. I didn't charge my phone. That's good though. Get your name out there. Yeah, 100%. I'm building my personal brand day by day. You know, through this, and every single person that comes across me here, it's all really consistency, man. It really is massive amounts of consistency, and like if you like the process, enjoy the process, you'll be better at it. I think that's something I've learned. It's like there's things that you obviously want to enjoy all the time, but you can find a way to enjoy it. You know. But I don't try. Yeah, let's focus on helping others reach self-mastery through work, sacrifice, and discipline, strengthening your mind, body, and soul. Yeah, my caption is this. Relentlessly focused on helping others reach self-mastery through work, sacrifice, and discipline, strengthening your mind, body, and soul. Because when you train the mind, when you train the body, you strengthen the mind. When you strengthen the mind, you strengthen the soul. You got donation 10 years ago when you made this. Yeah, I know, but it is what it is. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Always. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I'll do that, and I'm gonna look into the whole Kick thingy-mabobber. See what's up. I have a call at 1. Is there anything you guys want to learn before I get off? Anything you want to learn about? Yeah. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. I like that. Oh, I should have. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Anytime I say that word, I should have done that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I could have done it. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Like, it's like, you can't do anything about it now. You can learn, right? Yeah, man. For understanding inspiration. Sorina, of course, coulda, shoulda, coulda, but you didn't. What I should do when lust pops in my mind. You got to get disciplined, brother. You stay positive all the time. I don't. That's the misconception, Brian. I don't stay positive all the time. I don't. What makes me positive? Live streaming makes me positive. Working out makes me positive. Reading in the morning makes me positive. Journaling makes me positive. If I'm not doing any of those, I'm probably miserable. Of course, what books have helped you most with your spirituality? Bro, the most thing that Jesus calling, and discipline has helped my spirituality. Because when you starve the flesh, you feed the soul. You have to understand that. When you starve the flesh, you feed the soul. The flesh wants the lust, the food, the alcohol, the drugs, right? My mama had Jesus Calling. I read it or something. Yeah, it's awesome. Workout I should do for a beginner. For a beginner, bro, I mean, you can do anything from push-ups, sit-ups, and pull-ups, bro. You can do small things like that. But it's like, how consistent can you do it, you know? What does the soul want? That's a great question. I would say the soul wants, I can't say authenticity. The soul wants to go towards fear. What's up, Brooke? The soul wants to go towards fear. Because the soul knows that it's not of this world. The soul knows that it's not of this world. That's why. Because the soul is not from this world. The soul is stronger than anything. Right? So let me put it this way. Whenever you see people fighting, right? Look at Rocky, right? When Rocky, we've all seen Rocky. Why do we admire him? Not because he knocked the guy out in the first or second round. We admire him because of the adversity he went through. His mind was broken. His body was broken. The only thing that kept him pushing was his soul, the warrior spirit. That's why it's called the warrior spirit. So when you exhaust the mind, when you exhaust the body, that is when the soul gets to come out. Most people don't get to experience the soul in action because you don't break yourself down. You don't break down mentally. You don't break down physically. And I'm talking mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. Starved, like not even starving, but like damn, like you're resisting, right? Most people are trying to sleep in. Most people don't work out. Most people eat what they want, right? Most people don't eat what they want. When the mind is done, you're fucking exhausted. When your body's done from all the workouts, when you're fucking giving your body just enough macronutrients, right? That's when your soul gets to push. When you're so tired, you're like, I gotta keep pushing. You know, when I'm exhausted and like I don't want to get on here, my mind is done, my body's done. I get on here and I let my soul speak. When it's the 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, all I want to do is sleep. 5 o'clock in the morning, all I want to sleep. I'm like, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. Your body's fucking beaten up from working every day. Your mind is beat up from all the things going on in your life. You still get up. That's why a lot of my, when I come on here and I speak and it's like, where are you getting this? This is my soul speaking. I fasted for like, but when I was doing my live yesterday, I was fasting for like 36 hours. I didn't have any food for 36 hours. It was just coffee and water. Been working out, dealing with these hormonal fucking imbalances. I was going through things with my girlfriend at the time, right? But I'm still showing up, still pushing through the difficulties, because that's when you get to dig, and that's when your soul gets to speak, right? Fasting can be as fucking 7 days. You can fast for fucking 14 days. Jesus fasted for fucking 40 days. There's no such thing as a 36-hour fast. You decide how long you want to fast for. I fasted for 45 hours yesterday. 40 days and dying? Not technically, no. As long as you have water, you won't die. Practicing. You awaken the soul by having nothing left in the tank. The warrior spirit. My brother fasted for 40 days. I don't know why though, but he is. Yeah. But that's when you really tap into that. But like, that's the truth. And brother, yeah, workout for beginner, bro. The best workout for beginner is actually having a plan set for 90 days, bro. Because it's not just about working. Because a beginner's worst enemy is not having a plan, right? Biggest enemy of a beginner is not having a plan that they can actually stick with. Because you'll just focus on having the motivation to do it. Alicia. Good morning, Alicia. Yeah, you want to have somewhat of a 90-day plan. You want to have something structured and you want to have a goal. right? And so let's talk about that. Let me go pee. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. If people ask where's Alex, restroom break. Restroom break. Hello, you beautiful people. All right, let's learn. Ow, my thumb, dude. What would your streamer name be? Alex the Gamer, or Alex the Fighter, or just the Alex Duenas? I wouldn't change the Alex Duenas. I like the Alex Duenas. Is your hands? No, fuck no. I never wash my hands. No, that's not true. When I go to gas stations, I wash my hands. But I'm home, no. Who am I touching? My girlfriend? My dog? Haven't been sober for months. I'm tired of this and want to change. Brother, I got you, bro. I'll help you get sober. I've been sober for a year and a half. I was sober for many years, bro. Sober for many years at one point. Best thing I can ever do for you is help you get sober. It's a beautiful feeling. Yeah, I would be the Alex Duenas. I mean, I already have a Kick. Go look up the Alex Duenas on Kick. I already have it. No, because that makes it, Alex the Fighter just makes it too narrow. Because I'm not just that. I'm many things in life. Fuck, dude. Can I not fucking do this real quick? I can also move that closer, jeez. So honest, I love that you don't see that. Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, honestly, it's just, I'm just doing my best to be real. Because nobody's perfect. Because we're all humans. That's the thing that I think people don't, they forget. I think people forget that we're all human. And so I know I'm not that different from you. Like, I got C's and D's in fucking high school. I'm a college dropout. I have 2 arms, 2 legs. I'm 5'7". You know, my parents did not grow up teaching me anything about fitness. My parents did not, like, my mom, I don't know if my mom went to college. You know, my mom and dad, like, different countries. Like, I'm not special at all. I just simply found people in life and I followed them. To become a great leader, you have to become a great follower. I asked questions. I paid people. I made a shit ton of mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. Yeah. You know? So, I realized that if I can get myself in great shape by having people teach me, I can get people in great shape. I've gotten sober. I can help you get sober. These are the things that if you see me, I'm simply a byproduct of my daily habits, the way I think. And so when I work with someone, my goal is to help you think the way I think and have habits like me to get you to be, if it works for me, it'll work for you. We're human beings. We're not that different. You know, there's definitely different circumstances, right? But we have the same 24 hours. Hold on. Hello, sir. Multi-dimensional fire, I love that. No, so here's the first thing we need, right? Before we the first thing you need? Someone needs to actually have a successful, right? So what does someone need to have a successful, like, whatever, reach their goals, fitness-wise and things like that? So let me tell you about the mistakes you want to avoid when it comes to, like, even reaching your fitness goals, right? I've been working out for 19 years. Where's my people? I've been working out for 19 years. I've helped a lot of people lose a significant amount of weight. You know, one of my best clients, Eli, he lost a lot of weight. Yeah. I've helped many people, older gentlemen too, guys in their fucking 40s. What up, dog? You know, I've helped many men like lose a bunch of fucking weight, you know, and it's really. He lost 22. That's 22 pounds of fat, though, right? He didn't lose 50 pounds, 60 pounds. He lost 22 pounds of body fat. Right? 22 pounds of body fat all around the midsection, right? So, first things first. You know, what I would tell anyone when it comes to fitness is changed my life so much. I'm 38 and want to change. Absolutely, brother. I don't know if you sent me a link. If I were you, brother, like I would just go and go into the link in my bio and book a call. I have one today at 1 o'clock. Go book a consultation, bro. That way we can get down and actually plan the next 90 days, 6 months, 12 months. And then from there, we can decide if we're a good fit or not. You know, and you can check out my website too and see different client testimonials. Just know that I work with people in different walks of life. That's the biggest thing. And so, one thing that I always tell people, there's two paths in life that we're always walking. All right? Should I start high at 16? Should I start high at 16? What do you mean? So there's two paths, right, in life. And these two paths come from pain or pleasure. Right? There's two paths in life that I truly believe a lot of people end up walking, right? Right. Don't know what's up, Deeps. How are you? Right? The first path, right? The first path, I call it 22 British pounds. I like that. That's fucking hilarious. What the fuck? All right. The first path I call it the path of destruction. Right? It's the path of destruction, right? That's great, Vince. Lady, you go to any EDC? That's great. No, I went to como se dice? I went to Lollapalooza like 2 weeks ago, right? It was alright. It wasn't that cool. But I was with my brother. That's what made it great. So the path of destruction, I truly believe the path of destruction usually starts with alcohol. Right? Alcohol. This is the path of destruction. And when I mean the path of destruction, everything on this path makes you worse. And why do we take this path? We either take this path because we're going through some sort of pain or we're looking for pleasure. Right? We're either going through some level of pain, a breakup, a financial stress, health, not being happy with the way you look. We're going through some sort of stress, something, or pain, or you're simply looking for pleasure, instant gratification. Okay? So the first one I would say is alcohol. Alcohol, you drink alcohol, that's a path of destruction. Has no benefit to your mind, your body, nor your soul. The second one, which is obvious, is drugs. See, when I moved to Gainesville at 25 years old, I was 25, I just got done competing in bodybuilding. I won those 2 trophies 6 months before I moved, right? Those 2 trophies. 6 months before I moved, I won those 2 trophies. And after competing in my second bodybuilding, from the age of 19, since I dropped out of college, all I wanted to do was be a bodybuilder. But after doing my second bodybuilding show, realizing how taxing it is on the body, on your health, I stepped off stage with no money into my name. Nothing. I won trophies, but I have no money. And I'm like, I ruined my health got worse and my bank account got worse. I'm like, I don't want to do this. And that's not for everybody. But I realized, like, damn, that it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to sacrifice my health and not see myself where I want to be financially. So I moved to Gainesville because the girlfriend I was with at the moment said I'm moving back. Horrible relationship, right? But I went there. I moved there with $10,000 in credit card debt, no job, $300 to my name, a beat up old car, and no idea what I was going to do with my life. Because up to that point, all I wanted to be was a bodybuilder. So I was living at my mom's house. I was like, I had a few clients, and I was just living my life like that. So at that point, I never really drank. I drank like once or twice in college. That's it, but I don't even consider that, right? When did you meet my mentor? I met my mentor when I was like 20 years old, 19 years old at BoxFit. I have different mentors in life though. So when I got to Gainesville, I was lost in life. I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life now? And that's when I really got introduced into alcohol. One of my really good friends who I grew up with since I was like 15 years old, TK, shout out to TK. What's up, M? He was drinking. And he said, bro, come watch this game with me. And I'm like, do you want something to drink? I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll drink. Why? At that point, I hadn't drank 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. For 6 years, I didn't drink a lick of alcohol. Since I dropped out of college at 19, all the way till, actually 24, 5 years. Up until 24, I never drank. I didn't have one lick of alcohol for 4 years because I was pursuing a dream. I was pursuing my purpose. The minute I stopped bodybuilding, I lost my purpose in life. I'm like, what do I do with my life now? And so when I got to Gainesville, my buddy's like, you want to drink? Well, I was like, well, yeah, I guess I can drink. I mean, what else am I going to do with my life right now? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I might as well give this a try, you know? And I started to drink. I'll never forget the first night I drank like 3 White Claws. And then I kept drinking with them like, I guess a few months down the road. And I remember getting my first hangover at 25 because I had just turned 25. I got my first hangover at 25 years old. And I'll never forget waking up thinking to myself, bro, this is horrible. No wonder people can't get ahead in life. No wonder. Who the fuck wants to do anything when you're fucking hungover? I didn't want to go work out. I just wanted to lay in bed and fucking like just eat. And so that's when I got my first taste of like being hungover. But guess what happened? You know, I continued to do it because I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, fuck, dude, what do I do? And then I liked hanging out with my friends. I love my friends, you know? I had a lot of fun with them. I don't know if I have any pictures with them when I was doing it, but I had a picture where I literally threw up on myself. Yeah, I don't have any photos with them. Yeah, these were like all my friends at the moment, but I don't really have any photos of them when I was fucked up. But anyways, right? So that's why I started to drink. Pain and pleasure. Both of them. I was pain and I just wanted pleasure, right? I refuse to make excuses the next day, no matter what. Gotta do the stuff I need. Yeah, 100. Yeah, some people function like that because I chose to indulge. Yeah, so I'll get to that. So alcohol led me, and guess what I would do, right? I would drink enough, and eventually it led me to the bathroom. And you know what's in the bathroom? You take a little key, and you take this little white powder, and you sniff it, and you're like, wow, okay, cool. I only did that like twice. I'm like, I don't really like this shit. But it led me to that. I had enough self-control to be like, I don't want to be doing this shit, right? I don't want to be doing this. The white stuff. Right? I didn't want to do it. But that's where it led me to. Because once you start doing this, guess what's around the club? You want something? Oh, sure, why not? So that's what leads you. So this is the path of destruction. Right? Next. The next thing I would say is food. Fast food. Fast food. Overeating. Overeating. Overconsumption. After not drinking, not worth it. No. Overeating is another path of destruction because what you're doing is you're eating your pain away. You're getting instant gratification. You're eating sweets. You're overeating. You know you're eating more than you should. You know you're eating more food than you need to. But you're turning to the food to eat and eat and eat and eat. I've been there. Yeah. I remember one time I had just sold I just sold my I just sold my gym's equipment. So I pretty much sold my gym. All right? Problem, I lose my appetite, right? Right? Not everyone's like that. So when I sold my gym and I started this online coaching business, you have to understand, I took a big risk. I had a gym that was bringing me anywhere between 5 to 10 grand a month. A personal training gym. I had clients paying me money on a monthly basis. I was like, I was doing great, but I just wanted something different. I wanted to go online so I could have more freedom and I could travel. And so I sold that gym. I went down to $0. I cut my fucking revenue stream. Like my one source of revenue to zero. Got into $4,000 of credit card debt to hire these coaches. I hired coaches who were like 16 grand, but I paid them 4 grand on a credit card, right? I took a risk. I cut my fucking revenue. I went into debt, and I still had like 5 grand in bills that I had to pay the next month. So I'll never forget, like 2 weeks into like working with these coaches and building my online coaching business, I had gotten maybe 1 client. And I'm like, bro, like at this time I was 29. This is not too long ago. I sold my gym back in 2023, 3 years ago. This is at the end of 2023. Yeah. This is my, I have a picture of me in my gym. Yeah, that's my gym. Yeah. That was my gym, and these are some of my, like, I was training people, man. Like, these are some, this is one of my clients at my gym who broke his arm, and I pretty much helped him out. The 3, it's just the E was taken away. This is one of my clients. This was in 1 year. That's my gym. We did that in 1 year. 1 year. He was a bartender for 1 whole year. We just fucking dialed it in. Got jacked. Yeah, man. This is another client of mine. The Lion's Den. Yeah, my gym is called the Lion's Den. Another one of my clients. Yeah. So I was changing people's lives on there. Yeah. That's little Leonie too. Yeah. So I sold my gym. Got the money, paid some bills off, but eventually, I remember, so 1 week into my online coaching business, I had to close like 1 client. I'm like, bro, how am I gonna fucking do this shit? I was stressing, bro. I was stressing hardcore. And I remember buying like 2 packs of fucking Rice Krispie, not Rice Krispie, they're by Quaker, rice cakes. I bought 2 things of fucking rice cakes and fucking a jar of peanut butter. And I remember just fucking rice cake, peanut butter, eat. Rice cake, peanut butter, eat milk. Rice cake, peanut butter, eat milk. Rice cake, peanut butter, eat milk. And I thought to myself, my bro, I completely understand people who try to eat to feel better. Because I was so fucking stressed out that I was eating peanut butter and fucking rice cakes and fucking milk. I'm like, bro, you need to fucking stop eating, bro. Like, this is not going to help your fucking physique. This is not going to help you at all. But I was eating because I was so stressed, man. So again, pain. So food, path to destruction. Imagine if I kept eating rice cakes and peanut butter and milk fucking every single day. 2 packets. I'd fucking get fat. And that's what happens. And then you sit there with regret. I'm like, bro, I shouldn't have fucking ate a whole fucking stack of rice cakes. What the fuck am I doing? Right? Instant regret. So, path of destruction. 4, lust. Meaningless sex. Corn. Right? Path of destruction. Path of destruction. Meaningless sex. The amount of times that I did that, right? Knowing that I would say whatever it took to get this girl to trust me, to like me, and to be able to sleep with me, right? Lies. Like I pretty much use women because I'm stressed out or I just want pleasure, right? got my way. And that's the path of destruction. Right? Lust, core, constant core, because all you're doing is getting that instant gratification. Instant gratification. Right? So it doesn't make you better. You're a child. Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, not perfect at all. I made a lot of mistakes. Yeah. And so, again, this all leads you to not being as good as you can be. And this all leads you to not feeling good about yourself. That's the thing. All this just resorts in you not feeling good about yourself. And that's why it's not your circumstances that it starts to get worse. You start to get worse, so because you start to get worse, the things around you get worse. Because the things around you are really a reflection of you. Where you are, there you are. Remember that quote. I like that quote a lot. Where you are, there you are. How you see things is how you really are internally. So the next thing I would say, right, is bad company. Right? Bad company. Hanging around the wrong people. Hanging around people you know are not helping you get any better. That's another way down the path of destruction, right? Okay, when you aren't distracted, all the negative hits. Yeah. Path of destruction is bad company. You know you're hanging around somebody you know it's only bringing you down. When I started my personal training business and I started to really I pretty much started to train people at the park. I'll show you. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, here. I started training people at the park. Right? I was training people with boxing. I was training people with boxing at the park, and that's where I started my personal training business. Just training people at the park. I was doing good. Getting clients, helping them, but a friend of mine, love him to death, right? Started hanging out with him, started going drinking, right? Started to go drink out with him. I would train my people, I'd make my money, my $150 for the day, $200 for the day. Yeah, bro, I had a whole boxing gym. Yeah, dude. I've been doing MMA for the last 3 months too. Yeah, I taught people a bunch of boxing. I would teach people all the time with boxing. I even taught people about boxing in online. This is one of my clients, Brenna B-Dog. I was training her, that's me right there. I would train her on FaceTime. I got her fucking jacked. Yeah, I would do FaceTime training sessions with her. She was a nurse. Who is that? Allison. Hello, Allison. How are you? Yeah, I got fucking B-Dog jacked. Stronger, jacked. I helped her get out of her nursing job and actually move to where she wanted to live. The dog is with my girlfriend. All right, so bad company. So I would hang out after I was done training my people. I'd make my money. It was during COVID time. He'd be like, bro, let's go hit up the bar. And I remember going and hitting up the bars at fucking 8 p.m. I would stay out till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I'd get home. This girl, all right, this girl can go home. Peace, bro. I fuck this girl. Right? Can you fucking just... There you go. So, I would stay out till 2 o'clock in the morning. I'd come home, sleep for 3 hours because I had a client at 5 o'clock. Right? I'd sleep for 3 hours, get up at 5 o'clock. I'd have 4 shots of espresso because I was fucking tired and a little hungover. And I'd go train my clients. I loved my friend, but I was hanging around the wrong people with bad habits. He's sober now, but I was not hanging around people that were helping me. And then I had another friend who became a client of mine, helped him get in shape. But when I would hang out with him, we'd fucking drink. So you really gotta understand, you really have to and they can be really close to you. You can love them. But when I realized, I'm bro, I gotta back away from you guys. I love you. I love you guys. I'll fight for you. But at the end of the day, bro, I can't keep doing this to myself. And it caused conflict. It caused conflict. Because we were yo, thank you. We were like this, and I'm like, I love you, but I can't hang out with you. I love you to death. Like, I'll fucking fight anyone for you, but at the end of the day, I can't keep drinking. You know, so that's tough. So, but that's brought me down to the path of destruction, right? And then I would say the next thing is just procrastination. Procrastinating. Bad habits. There's literally a place by my neighbor called that where they drive through it. That's what I'm saying. Bad habits. It's crazy. Yeah. And it's like now procrastinating. Like when you're constantly procrastinating, when you're on your phone and you're just procrastinating, or you're putting off the thing you know you should do. There's times in my life where I would do that. You know, and what did I do instead? I go lust, right? When we procrastinate, we end up doing things, we put off the thing we know we should be doing. I would do that and I would just go towards lust. I'd go towards lust. What else I would go towards? Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing for me. Where do you turn to when you know you should be doing something else? I would be here sitting texting girls instead of actually looking for clients. Instead of building my business, which is what I wanted. This is my goal, to be a great business owner, to help millions of people. Let me talk to these 5 girls. Who's coming over tonight? I want to find love. Meanwhile, let me just talk to 3 or 4 different girls. Yeah. Wasn't in alignment. It was not in alignment with who I should be. Yeah, they drank. That's that. Yeah, 100%. So it's like being honest. You know? Ask your mama too. That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, right? So this is the path of destruction. And the thing we have to understand, you one of those that leads to the others, the deeper you are, the harder it is to come out of it. Of course. And here's the thing, right? And this is where it's a vicious cycle. Because all of these things, every time we do them, every time we do these things, we're left with 3 of the worst emotions that a human being can feel. 3 of the worst emotions, right? Which is going to be guilt, regret, and the lowest is shame, right? So there's a frequency chart, right? There's a frequency chart, and shame is the lowest state of frequency. And we frequently see what we frequently feel, right? Your frequency is what you frequently are, bro. The frequency chart. So there's this frequency chart, right? The highest state of frequency is enlightenment, peace, joy, love, right? Reason, acceptance, willingness, neutrality, courage, pride, anger. These are the lowest states of frequency. Pride, anger, desire, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, and shame. All right, these are the lowest states of frequency. Your frequency is what you frequently see. Remember that your frequency is what you frequently see. All right? So after doing any of these, the alcohol, the drugs, the lusting, the food, the lusting, the corn, the bad company, the procrastinating, right? Whenever you do these, you invoke these emotions. Fuck, I shouldn't have drank that much. Fuck, why did I drink that much? Man, why did I sleep with that person? Fuck, dude, I just spent 30 minutes jerking off, you know? Fuck, I shouldn't have ate that. Fuck, why did I do that? Right? So all these emotions, right? There are low states of frequency. And what you frequently, your frequency is what you frequently see. If you're vibrating at these frequencies because of what you did, what do you think you can see? If you're at the bottom, what can you see? Only the negative things in your life. How things are not working out for you. How things are not fair. So whenever we have this, what do you think these cause? These cause us. All these things cause us to feel a level of anxiety. Right? A level of anxiety. After drinking so much, fuck, dude, I'm anxious. What am I going to do tomorrow? How am I going to do it? You're anxious. Why are you anxious? Because you're feeling a level of guilt, regret, or shame. Now you're worried about the future. Right? This can lead to depression. Right? Why can this lead to depression? These feelings and these things? Because all of this makes you regress. all of this does not make you worse. I mean, better. It makes you worse. So depression comes from the fact that you feel guilty or you regret doing things or you feel ashamed of the decisions you've made, which also can lead to a lot of doubt, right? These feelings can lead us to a sense of doubt. I'm doubting what I can do. How am I going to make this work? Which ultimately leads and stands on top of all this, which amplifies this one thing, right? It amplifies fear. Right? It amplifies, exactly, yeah, because all of this, remember, instant gratification, you have to understand, instant gratification leads to delayed pain. In this life, you get to choose, and this is where discipline comes in, right? You get to choose, will you feel pain now, and then pleasure later? Pleasure later, or will you feel pleasure now, and then pain later? That's the trivia of life right there. There is no in between. You have to always feel one of these. You will either feel pain first. You bust out that workout. You're pushing the muscles. You're feeling the lactic acid. You're pushing. You're sweating. And then you feel that euphoric feeling of those endorphins. You're studying. You're studying. You're studying. You're studying. You take that exam. You pass. Fuck yeah. Pleasure. Or you're working on a project, or you're going on dates and you're abstaining from the easy dates and you're going and you're doing your best, and then you feel the pain of not being with somebody, you get the pleasure of finding that person. Or you're like, I'm not gonna eat that, I'm not gonna eat that, I'm not gonna eat that, I'm gonna stick to my meals, and then you get the pleasure of lifting your shirt up and looking yourself and you're seeing that you're chiseling out. You step on the scale, you've lost those 2-3 pounds because you said no to the fucking cheese, you said no to the fucking ice cream, you said no to the snack. So the pain you feel right there is that discipline, but then you get the pleasure of seeing yourself. Right, you're working on that business, One person says no. One person says no. Hey, do you want to train? Do you want to train? Do you want to train? No, 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 no. And then that fucking 10th person, 15th person, yeah, I want to train with you. That, yes, is pleasure. Or you choose the other way around. You chase that pleasure. Let me just grab a fucking Corona. Let me take 3 shots. Right? You'll drink. Let's go out and get drinks. I'll take 3 vodka Red Bulls, please. Thank you. Do you want another shot? I'll take another shot. Do you want a fucking margarita? Nah, I'm good. Do you want a fucking tequila shot? Bet. Now you're drunk, you're high, you're good, you're feeling drunk, you're chilling, you're laughing, things like that. That's pleasure. You wake up the next day, you're fucking hungover. Pain. I'm not going to hit that workout. I'm just going to go home, watch some Netflix, chill. Oh, that's a great show. That's awesome. Pleasure. Wake up the next day, you're about to go shower, or you're in your underwear, you look at yourself and you just see all this fat. You step on the scale, you went up a pound. Fuck. Right? So all these things, right? Pleasure first. You work your job, and you're not really a fan of it, but you're just half-assing your job, and then all of a sudden your job, they either fire you, right? Or you go to your job and they're really mean to you, but because you're not putting that extra time into starting a business, because you're not putting that extra time into you know you want to start that business, you know you want to fucking build, whether it's sales, whatever it might be, you don't, and so you fucking chase pleasure. After work, you go drink. After work, you go chill, and then you met with that pain. You have the snacks, right? You eat the gummies. You eat the sugar, right? You eat the sugar. You eat the gummies. You eat the bread, right? Over and over, you indulge. You eat the ice cream. It's all nice, but then you wake up and you look at yourself and you like what you see.
Oh yeah, my brother is encouraging putting a whole performance % viewers. How as a grown man is not that embarrassing. Ex-cokehead thinks he's spiritual guided to recording himself therapy. What kind of name is Dr. Knox? Yeah, he's on job. Think about having if words from a stranger halfway across the globe appearing on your screen gets you pressed, maybe it's memorize your online presence.
It's okay, Rihanna. It's okay. You know, we can't fight people who they're not even worth fighting. Remember that. Let it be, Rihanna. He's not worth your beautiful time. Always remember that. He's not worth your breath. He's not worth your things. Think about this guy. You feel me? So we just need to pray for this man, right? Other people's issue is that they want the end goal without putting in the work. Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. But that's because that's what we've been taught, right? I believe human beings are just misguided. Everyone's a child of God. People are misguided. That's why I do this. Right? It sounds like in the other chat. And people don't drain my energy. I have too much, bro. I have more energy to give around. You can put 30 fucking negative people here, ain't gonna drain my energy, bro.
I ain't, because I'm Christ in me and I'm a G, you know?
This dude has a better attitude. Just read my voice, don't get in case.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. I'll pray for this guy, 100%. They all become fans, bro. They hate, remember, Rihanna, they all hate first, but then become fans, right? My haters become my biggest fans. All right, so we understand this, and this is what I really want to, what we're doing here is what I'm doing for you right now is I'm heightening your level of awareness. I'm heightening your level of awareness. Because if you can really understand this, you can really get ahead in life. Because now you get to look at your life from your habits of different higher perspective and be like, fuck, motherfucker, am I gonna pick pain for pleasure first and I'm gonna have that pain later? Or do I want, let me just go through the pain now and then I'll fucking feel pleasure later. Right? So, now, yeah, and all of this only amplifies fear. Right? Only because these are the emotions you're feeling now, which is anxiety, your guilt, regret, and shame. Now you're feeling this, right? So that's the path of destruction. Every time you walk down that path, every time you make a decision to do any of these, you're walking down the path of destruction, right? Beautiful. So then let me build the other path. So dropping the knowledge and help you. Brother, of course, bro. Because I always have people on here that I knew, people that never seen me. And the truth of the matter is, I don't just think about myself. I know that somebody's going through a very hard time in life because that's life, right? Some of us are going through it. Some of us are winning, some of us are losing. But it changes very, very quickly, right? This too shall pass. You're winning, you're on top. This too shall pass. You're having a tough time, things are tough. This too shall pass. So,
I just got a mentorship long-term rehab slater.
but here you go. I got you, Rihanna. But we'll put him in timeout for like 5 minutes, right, Rihanna? See, we'll do that, right? That's a good thing, bro. That's a good thing. It's my house. I'll let someone talk their shit because I know they're going through a hard time in life. But if they talk too much shit, we'll put them in timeout. So we just put them in timeout for 5 minutes, you know? Yeah, it's a collective consciousness. Cause you're in with your dog, your girlfriend. Yeah, bro, 100%, dude. Let's do this. Okay. So now we have, I would say, the next path. And this is the path that I teach. This is the path that I walk. I'm not perfect, okay? This is the path that I walk. This is the path that I teach. And ultimately my coaching, right? Yeah. Yeah, bro, when you have more one-on-one time with me, bro, you get this whole thing too, bro. You get this whole thing. You know, it's interesting enough. Check this out. This is a perfect time to show you something I did with my client the other day. So, he's been like traveling a lot. And about maybe 5 days ago, he asked me, hey, bro, can I eat rotisserie chicken? And I'm like, yeah, bro, like if you're traveling, I get it, get the rotisserie chicken. But he sent me a message. He sent me a message. He said, because he sent me his macros, because like all my clients pretty much send me their macros so I can make sure they're pretty much on point, right? So he sent me his macros. He sent me everything he ate. And he said, this was yesterday, right? He says, I haven't prepped chicken, but was using the rotisserie chicken leftovers. So, right? I'm like, okay, in my head, I'm like, look, I get it, rotisserie chicken, because like, you know, you're busy and things like that. But this is what I told him because, again, through my experience, this is what I sent him a voice memo.
Yeah, brother, so here's the thing, here's the trap. Like, once you start to do the rotisserie chicken, you're like, okay, cool, like I'll use the leftovers, right? But then you start to get lazy, bro. You start to find shortcuts. And that's what we don't want, brother, right? And this is why most likely in the past, you have failed and you've gone back to old habits because you start to see some progress, you start to get forward, and guess what happens? You start to get comfortable. Then when you start to get comfortable, you start to like, oh, it's the curse of comfort. Then you're like, oh, I won't prep, I'll just eat this tomorrow. I already have a little bit of that, I'll use that. So, and then the next thing you know, it's like you just start making more excuses because you want to get comfortable. So go back to prepping your food. All right, do not let the rotisserie chicken take over everything. This is the trap that most people fall into.
And then he texted me and said, great reminder that encouraged me to just do my meal prep now. That simple thing, because I started to realize, you're getting too comfortable, because he's lost weight. He's lost like 6 pounds in 7 days. He's lost weight. He's feeling good. He's like, yo, my back is getting stronger. He's like, I've lost like 7, 8 pounds. I feel good. And he's like, can I do the rotisserie chicken? So he starts to get comfortable, and that's what happens. You start to see progress, and you're like, okay, I won't really prep my meals. I'll just use rotisserie. I'm like, no. We're not going to fall into that trap. This is exactly why you failed last time, right? You failed last time. You see some progress, and then you take your foot off the gas. No, that's a sign for us to keep doing what we're doing and amplify it because it's working. We don't take a step back. We double down on what's already working. But I had to give him that reminder. I'm like, dude, this is why you failed last time. This is why you failed in your other diets. Because the minute you saw a little progress, you thought, hey, I'm doing good. I can take a little break. No, but that's exactly why you are where you are now. And so we're not going to say to make the same mistake. Do not get lazy. Do not get lazy. Just don't get comfortable. And because I gave him that, and that's the difference between doing it on your own and having guidance. That 41-second voice memo saved him from going backwards, from losing all the progress he already made. But that's the benefit of having someone in your life pushing you versus not having somebody to hold you accountable. It makes all the difference. Because if you never took that step back, if you never quit on that diet, you would already be where you wanted to be. But you quit because you just didn't have that other person to be like, keep fucking going forward. What the fuck you doing, bitch? Yeah, get out of here. Oh fuck, where's my BD? I'm sorry, BD. Where's BD? Was it BD was good? Where's BD? Fuck, let me see where BD is. I got you. 300 seconds. I got you. BD. Man, you know what, Rihanna? I might just have to make you a moderator. Let me fucking, where's my thing of lumber? Okay, cool. All right. Now we walk into the path of I call this the path of recreation, right? The path of recreation. So in this path, I would say, of course, my brother, my bad, BD, my bad, it's all love, right? The path of recreation. So the path of recreation, in my opinion, right, what I've learned, it's the first one starts with the first step into getting in on the path of recreation is grace and faith. Grace and faith. Right? Why is that? Path of recreation, right? When you're starting on a new path to betterment yourself, to really ultimately to turn things around in your life, the first thing you have to give yourself is grace. Look, I'm the first one to fucking beat the shit out of myself. I'm the first one to be super hard on myself on why I'm not where I'm supposed to be in life. Why haven't I been doing better? Why is it taking me so long to overcome this? Why am I still doing this? Like, why couldn't I have done it? You could have done it, like, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Like, I'm the first one to beat myself up for doing something for making the mistakes I made in my life, you know? But I'm gonna tell you right now, if we never give ourselves grace, if you don't give yourself grace, and be like, hey, listen, you made mistakes in life, okay? Like, it's your first time being a human being. Like, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself and be like, hey, like, I've made some mistakes in my life. God forgives you. Like, forgive yourself. The opposite of grace is that negative self-talk, is self-hate. And self-hate will never get you out of the bottom. Self-hate will consistently lead you down to these things because you hate yourself. And it's not that you hate yourself as a whole, you just hate part of yourself. And if you've ever had like thoughts of like bad thoughts, I don't want to say because TikTok will block me, right? I've had those too. There's been times where I've just been so upset with myself and I beat myself up for making the same mistake over and over and over again. But I'm like, that will never get us to move forward in life. So the first step is give yourself some grace. Like, yo, forgive yourself, man. Like, hug yourself. Like, I love you, bro. Like, you're good. Like, we're not perfect. The second thing, after you give yourself some grace, and it's a constant reminder. You must learn to have faith in the path of recreation. And so, what faith has allowed me in my life when I left a relationship, or I started a new business, or I moved to a new or I moved, right? When I drove from Florida to California by myself, I had to have faith. What up, Eric? I had to have faith. And what is faith? In my opinion, faith is believing that things are going to work out. Right? Grace, give yourself grace, I forgive you. And as you walk this new path, like having faith, in my opinion, is like, I believe that things are gonna work out. So usually when clients work with me, I send them a gift. Like when people start working with me, I send them the gift. And it's a simple book, right? Called Jesus Calling. I'll go grab it. This book. This book. What's up, brother? Good to see your face. You as well, Southern Treadmill. How are you? Right? This book, okay? Jesus Calling, okay? Again, when we're getting ourselves out of a hole, anytime I was getting myself out of a hole, what's the second thing, other than giving myself grace? What's the second thing I needed? And the second thing that I give my clients, and what I hope to give you, is faith. And faith is believing. You're believing at first, like, I can get out of this. He who says you can and he who says you can't are usually both right. Believe in yourself. Yeah. So it's like, if you can't believe in yourself, then you can at least believe in God, that he has your back. That doesn't mean we're not going to be faced with adversity. That's something we need to understand. Just because we believe in God does not mean we're not faced with adversity. So this Jesus Calling book, this book changed my life. Because when I was at the lowest of lowest, just got done breaking up with this girl, I had $300 to my name. I just moved into a house, but into a small little room. I had $10,000 in credit card debt. I had no job, 25 years old, not sure what to do with my life. I'm like, what am I gonna do? This book fell in my lap. And I would read it every day. Because I wasn't giving myself grace, and I couldn't see how things are gonna work out. I have nothing. But what this book gave me is a daily reminder, right? It's a daily reminder of God, like, hey, I got your back. You might not know what's going on, but trust me, like, I love you, right? So for today, it's like, I'm yours for all eternity. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the one who is and was and is to come. The world you inhabit is a place of constant change, more than your mind can absorb without going into shock. Yes. Even the body you inhabit is changing relentlessly, in spite of modern science attempts to prolong youth and life indefinitely. I, however, am the same yesterday and today and forever. Because I never change. Your relationship with me provides a rock-solid foundation for your life. I will never leave your side. Where does it go? I will, never leave your side. I will never leave your side. When you move on from this life to the next, my presence beside you will shine brighter with each step. You have nothing to fear because I'm with you for all the time and throughout eternity. So when you read that, in that, you don't, for me, I didn't feel alone. Jesus calling. I didn't feel alone. I will never leave you. I'm by your side. Everything's changing in life, but I will never change. I'm here with you. So when you feel like you're at the bottom, where things are just like hard, and you get that kind of love, and you can sit there in the morning and be like, okay, like I'm not in this by myself. That gives you the faith. That gives you the faith to take the next step forward. Superfine, so what's up, Superfines? Yeah, I am well, but I hope you're doing well too. Much love, brother. Right? That's the first step in the path of recreation. That's the first step in path of recreate, to recreate your life, to resurface to, what do you call when the fucking, mi amor, what happens when a phoenix comes back up? It's called what? What is it called? Mi amor! What's it called when a phoenix resurfaces, or what's it called? A phoenix.
What about Phoenix?
What is it called when it resurfaces?
What do you mean?
You have a phoenix.
Yes.
What is it? When it cremates and comes back up, what is it called? And when it rises from the ashes, what is it called? Resurrect? No.
Yes.
Is it?
I think.
Yeah, okay, yeah, recreation, resurrect. Does it resurrect? No. When it rises from the ashes, it just,
So it's rising from the ashes.
I guess, yeah, so yeah.
Reborn?
Reborn, yeah. I feel like there's another word.
Well, you speak English.
What do you say, how would you say it in Portuguese?
I think would be reborn. Renasce das cinzas. Tipo, you're resurrecting?
When a phoenix comes back to life.
Regenerate? Someone said?
Rebirth, resurrection, or
Yeah.
regenerate, yeah.
Born again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The phoenix, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, love.
Thanks for nothing.
Ha! Yeah. Nuts, Jesus. Restitution, and then my middle name now. Restitution, I like that, right? Lazarus. Alright, anyways, right? So, in order to come back from wherever you are, right? The first step I'm telling you is grace and faith. Grace and faith. And you can do that now. You can do that right now. I'll give you the grace. I forgive myself. Like, yo, motherfucker, I forgive you. You're good. You're okay. Like, you messed up. All right? You've been eating like dog shit. You've been drinking too much. You've been doing too much drugs. You've been watching too much porn. Right? You've been hanging around the wrong people. You've been procrastinating too much. I forgive you. I forgive you. Now we gotta have faith. We can get out. We can get through this. God's with us. God's with us. That's the first step. The second step to walking the path of recreation. That is going to be your training. That's it. It's going to be your training. The second thing on the path of recreation is training. I'm telling you right now, if you see me with energy, you see me with motivation, whatever it might be, I would not be who I am if I didn't train. I would not be who I am if I didn't practice every single day to push past resistance. If I did not discipline myself and train myself to push through resistance, I would not have the mental or spiritual fortitude that I have now. I can't sit here and tell you that you can get your life together without training, because you can't. Training is the foundation. It's the second thing, because it's the one thing that trains your mind, your body, and your soul all in one. Because you're proving to yourself, if you're squatting, that you can go down and you can get back up. You can go down and you can get back up. You can push down to the ground and push yourself back up. You fall down, you push yourself back up. For example, modified burpees are one of my favorite exercises. Because the modified burpee makes you go all the way down to the ground and pick yourself back up. What a beautiful metaphor for life. What a beautiful metaphor for life. A burpee, a modified burpee, or a regular burpee, a modified burpee, you have to get down on the ground and you have to pick yourself back up. What a beautiful metaphor for life.
Work out until you like it. You work out until you feel weird not doing it. Yeah.
Right? I got some people right? So, training, right? You're not going to get your life in order without training. I've met people who are older. I met people who have financial success. I've had people who have a really good relationship success, but their health is not there. So they just don't get to get everything out of life. They still feel like something's missing because the one thing that you carry around this entire life is this body, is this piece of real estate. And if you're not feeling good about this piece of real estate, it doesn't matter where you go. You're going to always have that in the back of your head or even someplace in the front of your head, like, how's this making me look? I don't like these pants, or this is too tight on me, or my love handles, I'm low on energy, like I don't feel that confident about myself. So training is needed. The second thing, right, which is attached to the third thing, is going to be your nutrition. Right? It's going to be your nutrition. Let me read YouTube right now.
I think that happiness is pain. I'm trying to, right? Thunder, you're gonna need a real therapist if you feel. If happiness is pain,
And I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with him. Happiness is pain. I think about it. When you go through the pain of lifting, how do you feel afterwards? You feel good. When you go through the pain of like building a business, how do you feel when you succeed? Good.
Medicine Thunder, pain doesn't make you happy, but it does make you mentally stronger.
Pain can make you happy because on the other side of pain is pleasure. Right? Pain will always teach you something. Doesn't mean you learn the lesson. Right? Doesn't mean you apply the lesson. You can always learn the lesson, but that doesn't mean you apply the lesson. The big difference. Cool. Nutrition. Nutrition. Hey, in the book Outwitting the Devil, right? Right? In the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, he talks about this, right? He talks about there's 3 ways. If man doesn't have self-mastery over these 3 things, he's under his control. Pain also humbles you. Absolutely. Absolutely. 3 appetites the devil talks about that if a man or woman doesn't get under control, he's going to be under my control. Number 1, what's the first thing? The first thing he says that he gets people with. The first thing he says, Hilda, I see you, Hilda. What happened, Hilda? You're waiting on pulling the trigger, Hilda. You've waited, I don't know how many years, 3 years before you pull the trigger. Waiting will never prepare you for what you want in life. You have to take action, Hilda. I see you. Anyways, back to the 3 appetites. The first appetite that he uses to control everybody, 98% of the people, 98% of the people, is food. Food. Why? Because we need to eat every single day. You and I, we need to eat to survive. What's one of the fastest ways for him to control us is through our food. Self-mastery begins through what we ingest. Because what we eat, since it's such a necessity, you don't need alcohol to live, drugs. You don't need corn or sex to live. You don't need to hang out with people to live. But you need food to live. So every single day that you decide to make a choice of what to put in your mouth has a significant effect on your mind, your body, and your soul. And if you put enough food in you that is just comfort, it just leads you to making more comfortable decisions. And comfort is the enemy of progress. So understand, if I didn't have my nutrition, I wouldn't have the clarity I have. I wouldn't be able to command as good as I command. I wouldn't be able to lead as good as I lead. Because someone who controls their food has such a high level of self-mastery. Right? I'll put this out. Like, you have such a high level of self-mastery that it makes everything else that much easier. Because if you can control what you put in your mouth every single day, you start to control what you watch, what you listen to. And your life is made up of who you listen to, what you watch, and what you eat. Nutrition, this is the path of recreation. You're recreating yourself from within. Think about grace and faith comes from within. When you train, It's you're choosing mentally to put yourself through pain first and then pleasure. Nutrition, you're deciding mentally to pick something that's going to make you feel better from the inside out. Yeah, I fasted yesterday. I think fasting is great. Fuck this song. What the fuck is this shit? Yeah. Right, let me... Okay, so the fourth one, I would say the fourth one is you must go after your passion. Work. Money. Right? The fourth, right? I was going to think about fasting because you said you need to eat every day. I do intermittent fasting. I fasted for 35 hours. Right? I fasted for 35 hours yesterday, 100%. But you can't just fast. You still have to eat. When you fast, there's going to be a window of eating. I've done fasting. I think fasting's phenomenal. But you still need to learn what to put. You're never not going to eat. Right? You're never not going to eat. I fasted for 45 hours yesterday, actually. 45 hours. I rarely do that. I haven't done that. I've never done that. I've never, ever fasted for 45 hours. I fasted for 41 hours, but yesterday was the longest fast I've ever done in my life. I've been fucking alive for 31 years. But I just decided to fast yesterday because I'm like, fuck, I need to fucking fast. So that's one thing I want you to say. But I can't do that every day because I'll lose muscle. I'll lose muscle. I won't look as good as I want to look. I won't feel as good as I want to feel because you fast enough, you're going to lose all your muscle. All right? So the fourth one is find your passion. Find your passion and monetize your passion. Like I found my passion at, would say I wouldn't say 13 years old, 19 years old, you know, like I have passion for training people. It wasn't always a straight arrow. I questioned my path. I questioned my passion. But if you know you're passionate about something, pursue that. Because when you're passionate about something, when you pursue that, you're going to spend the extra time on it. You're going to put more hours into it. You're going to want to get better at it. And when you decide to get better at it, then you can help people with that thing. I have a passion for speaking. I have a passion for changing people's lives. I have a passion for helping people. I have a passion for turning my pain into my purpose. Because I know this is what changed my life. And lean into it. Lean into it. Because we're all going to have to work. We're all going to have to make more than just a living. I don't like to say, we have to make a living. I don't want to just make a fucking living. No one wants to just make a living. People want to thrive. Don't just think about surviving. Think about thriving. And you will thrive when you pursue the thing that you were made to do. But that's when you have to look within. And that to me is the path of recreation. 4 steps. Grace and faith, training, nutrition, and following your passion, man. Follow your passion, build your confidence. When you build your confidence, here's the thing. When you start to give yourself grace, when you start to have more faith, you start to take more action. You start to take more action. When you get off the path of destruction and you trade these habits for these habits, training, nutrition, and then when you start to train, you get nutrition, you get confidence, you get clarity, right? You get strength. You gain confidence, you gain clarity, you gain strength. What else would I say you gain? You gain enlightenment. You gain that level of enlightenment. You gain momentum, absolutely. Yeah, you gain momentum. You gain certainty. You gain certainty in yourself. You gain pride. Pride is huge. I know the Bible talks about pride, but I think the pride that the Bible talks about is like, I'm better than you, I'm better than you, I'm better than you, I'm better than you. That's the pride that really got Satan to be, Lucifer to be turned into Satan. Like, I'm better than you, God. Like, I want to fight. Pride in self, it's like, I'm proud of myself that I've been able to overcome these things. I'm proud of myself that I didn't cheat on my diet. I'm proud of myself that I didn't drink the alcohol. I'm proud of myself that I woke up early. I'm proud of myself that I went and got that workout in. I'm proud of myself that I said no to hanging around with people that I know only want to drink. That's the pride I'm talking about. When you stack enough wins through your daily habits, you start to feel good about who you are. And when you start to vibrate at such a higher frequency, you start to see how everything around you starts to change. And it's not because things around you are changing, it's because you are vibrating at such a higher state of frequency. You start to attract different opportunities into your life.
I'm not in touch with family. My mom passed. I'm going through divorce all at once. I didn't say anything. Being alone, I am a force and strength shines in me.
Yeah, but dude, everything that's happening to you is happening for you, man. I'm sorry. Sorry for the loss of your mother. And the divorce is never easy. It's very common now. Always remember that. Divorce is a very common thing. A lot of people go through divorces, man. You know, but either way, it's still very difficult. But this is what I recommend, bro. Get yourself this book as well. Get yourself this book. Coño. Get yourself this book. Jesus Calling, brother. Right? I'm not telling you to go to church. I don't go to church either. I'm not talking to become a Christian or Catholic, but I'm saying just follow Jesus, have him guide you through the toughest moments, right? Get this book, it'll help you a lot. You know, keep journaling, bro. I journal every day pretty much. Almost every day. Because there's days that I skip, but I journal almost every day. I got fucking journals on journals on journals on journals. But it's good. But add these things to it, man. Your training, your nutrition, understand your passion, you know, grace and faith. These are very important things on a daily basis. Get your passion, work, which is to me, give. Give the world. Give the world what you wish to receive. I come on here and I post content. I come in here and I speak to you because I'm giving you positivity. I'm giving you encouragement. I'm giving you faith. I'm giving you love because that's what I want back from my life. And we only get what we give in life. You want more? Give more. With that being said, any questions? I'm about to end the stream. Any questions? Brother, dude, don't worry, bro. You found the best thing you could have found, bro. You found me. I got you, brother. I'll change your life. We want to give up when we're not seeing progress. Understand that. We want to give up when we're taking action, but we're not getting compensated for our action. Imagine having a job, brother. Imagine going to work for a whole week. Right? Imagine going to work for a whole week and not getting paid. You would want to quit. Imagine going back the next week, putting 40 hours, and they don't pay you. Fuck, I'm quitting. We end up quitting when we don't get what we want. How do I stop people from taking my kindness for weakness? Life on Wednesday. Well, I mean, are you a girl or guy? Before I give you this answer, right? I'll give you my thoughts on it, right? How do I stop people from taking my kindness for weakness? Yeah. Well, I love lines. I have also. People. Yeah. Girl. Yeah. So here's the thing. When people are mistaking your kindness for weakness, is you gotta sometimes be a B-I-C-T-H in like the most good way, you know? Just stop thinking about her. You focus on your life and how much it's progressing, brother. That's it. When you start to progress, you start to focus on your life. When you don't feel like you're making progress, you start to focus too much on her. Life on Wednesdays. Life on Wednesdays. You have to draw a line on the sand. Coming from my perspective as a man, I'm really kind to people, but people also know that I'm a threat. Like, people respect me because the way I look, you know, what I'm capable of. As a girl, I don't know. Love. How do you make sure people don't mistake your kindness for weakness? have a girl on here, she's like, how do I stop making people mistake my kindness for weakness? I don't know what to say for a girl. For guys, like, bro, you better know how to beat them up. Or like, I'm kind to people, but like, it's like, you know, people don't mistake my kindness for weakness either. Would you say you're kind to people or no?
I definitely am.
But come on, I gotta make sure. But like, how do you can just stay over here if you want. Yeah. So then, how would you, yeah, how would you answer that?
I don't know.
Do people ever abuse you?
No.
Why? Like some girls that you met, like, how did they not make you? How did they not push you around?
What do you mean? Push me around?
Like, when someone mistakes your kindness for weakness, they kind of walk all over you.
I was never that kind, I think.
That kind? Don't be that kind.
I was never. I feel like my kindness there I don't know. I feel like you can clearly see that there is a limit there, I think.
How?
It's just the way I behave, I think.
Oh, you have a girl in front of you that a woman in front of you that feels like she's kind of being walked over when she's just trying to be nice.
That happens when you try to be nice to everybody, I think, all
Okay.
the time.
Don't try to be nice. Alright?
Well, when you are too nice, there will be bad people around you that will abuse you. So you have to make sure you are not very nice to everybody, I think.
Yeah.
There's some people that do not deserve it. So
Yeah, there you go. Some people, not everyone deserves it.
not everybody deserves your kindness, I think.
Thank you, my love. Yeah, brother, I'm about to end the stream. Shoot me a DM or I'll shoot you a DM. Let me see if I add you. Yeah, I'll follow you back. Yeah, brother. Or go to the link in my bio too. I just followed you. Yeah, he's not wrong. Love plays 100%, bro. I'll change your life. We'll get you back. We'll get you off this path and on the path of recreation, one day at a time. One day at a time, brother. Dominance, then people can't wait. Assert dominance. Spit in their face. Any last questions? Everything resonates, and I never knew to hit rock bottom can bring you strength just to see the lights, the right things, the word you're huge and you're so right. Yeah, brother, 100%, brother, 100%, dude. And that, bro, and the reason I can speak this way is because I've been to rock bottom so many times. But here's the truth: sometimes I've been to rock bottom because of my own mistakes. You know, like it's not just life. Sometimes I look back, damn, I made this decision, I made this decision, I made this decision, I made this decision, and they all left me. And that's why I created the path of recreation. Because you have to recreate yourself from the within. It all starts from within. Your external is just an expression of your internal. So before we try to change your relationship, your career, you start to change your faith, like you have to first look within and see how can we amplify the good parts. And by establishing new patterns, new habits. And that takes time. But that's what I teach people how to do. I take them on the journey. I know, BD, my bad, dog. It's all love. It's all love. All right, muchachos, I love you guys. I'll be back on maybe later. Yeah, I gotta go. I have a call at 1 o'clock, so I love y'all. Let's get over to DM me. You too, and you guys check out my website, right? Check out my website if you want to get in touch with me. Check it out and see the testimonials. I also have a few programs on there that you can look at. But hey, I'm here to change your life. Hopefully today's lesson changed your life already. You know, just here to serve you. Much love, muchachos. Y muchachas. Bye, YouTube. Bye.